I am laughing on that one. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. Hello, Phoenix. How's it going? Joy Kilroy, always great to see you. Phoenix, if you want to hop in, I put the link in the Twitter chat. Just doing a little administrative work over here. I got to make sure my speaker's down. I have a Bluetooth over here. And this thing has a tendency to scream. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to my so-called life. I am still clicking buttons. It's been a crazy weekend as always. Nothing but fun. Well, so I say. Awesome. Hello, everybody. How's it going, Skits? Great to see you. Awesome, everybody. Phoenix got a new sewing machine, or is in the process of it, or I'm spilling the beans. I'm excited. Awesome. Hello. Oh, but this stream has ended. You know what? I'll do that, and then there we go. There's a link. I just put it in the chat. Okay. Awesome. Hello, everybody. Let me switch my camera. It is Saturday night, the one night I have of freedom. Yay. Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Long time no see.
How's it going?
It's going. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gushing. Again, I feel like I robbed old people.
You know what? I always say it's going to a better home.
Indeed, because this one has sat untouched for 65 years, and
Wow.
I do need to replace the cord. It was not free. It was significantly not free, and the second most expensive machine I ever bought. But I'm sure I'm going to show this a gajillion times today and tomorrow. I bought the machine for this.
Ooh, let me make it big. There you go. Awesome. Ooh.
It has the original velvet, and I think I have all of the original pieces, including this like braider foot. Oh, where is it? This one that might be one of the versions of the underbraider that Allie keeps teasing me with.
Awesome.
I'm like, oh my god, it is in. I just need to buy a new belt for it, but it's worth it. It was a little expensive. I do have a foot fetish. I dislike human feet greatly, but you hand me a nice box of sewing machine feet, and I'm all over that shit.
I guess I have the same fetish. I'm in the same club. Oh, that's hilarious.
Foot, another ruffler foot. What I need to do tonight is dust, oil, and figure out how to get the plates off so I can get into the bobbin mechanism. This is my first machine with the vibrating shuttle bobbin style.
That's that. You know that either sounds like a punk band, a movie that I'm not old enough to watch, or just a really awesome title.
We stayed up till midnight and watched it when our parents weren't paying any attention to what we were doing.
You know, it's funny. I grew up with those channels, and I always wonder how my life would be if I didn't. But really quickly, I just would like to say, wrong page. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individual, sewing machine, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on planet Earth. I hope everybody has a great evening.
And we're gonna
I
do our
know.
exit.
Oh, and if you're having a rough time, if something we're saying doesn't agree with you, we have exits on both sides. And if you speak Spanish, that's a la izquierda or derecha. I hope everybody has a great evening flying my so-called life airlines. I'm rusty. I'm a bit rusty.
I know our hours have not been working, so I haven't been around to remind you how to. I haven't been here to remind you how to run your own show, dude.
Any YouTube here in Canada, I gotta believe it's 301, $3.
Oh my
Oh,
god! Yeah,
you.
so
Oh, okay.
I spent $250 on this machine, but I was looking and saw that cases with all the pieces on Etsy were going for almost 180 for just the puzzle box. So I feel like I robbed them, even though, um, yeah, I forked over some cash for this machine.
I'll take my ridiculously small ginger ale now. You know what? In the long run, I've spent that much and more on one particular sewing machine. You know.
Yeah, no, I'm not. The only thing I need to do is replace the belt. It's got all the feet, this puzzle box in impeccable condition, and it's a Sphinx. The decals are not like super perfect.
Oh, it has
And
the Sphinx on it.
yeah, yeah, let me okay, let me hide my camera so I can move it
Oh,
around without making people seasick, and then um,
do you know what's so funny? I lost one with a Sphinx on it. I know that sounds crazy, but it's either in my storage unit or someone ganked it out of my office at my job, which is
yep,
not rare.
yep, here's my Sphinx.
Oh, well, let me make you big again. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so there's definitely some wear and tear, and I'm gonna have to like do an etching to get the serial number. The guy said it was from 1899. What is it? A model 27? Because I've got two 27 manuals for it in horrible condition. But yeah,
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's awesome. You walked in like Elvis and you're like, hey, look at this sewing machine. That's.
I saw it on Craigslist last night, and I was like, I saw the puzzle box, and I was like, this. Um, I was already trying to figure out like where am I going to put this machine, because in my head it was mine. It has been mine since yesterday.
I had that talk with myself today, but it was more about a table.
Mm.
I before I noticed the sewing machine that I have here, I saw a table and they wanted like $12 for it. And in my head, I walked up to it and my brain was like, no. But then I'm negotiating in my head. I'm like, where can I put this? Do I need another nightstand?
Right.
I did not purchase it. I did not. I need to start taking pictures of that stuff that I walk past because it
Right. Yeah.
seems like I don't.
I feel content now. I've got my hand crank. I've got a treadle. I got my 101. I got a modern. I got a serger. Like I feel like I'm content. Like I don't have room, and or I don't want to collect machines that I'm not going to use. So I might be selling my other white in the table because I've had it for 6 months and haven't fixed the electrics on it yet. So I'm like, am I actually going to do this, or do I need to just pass it on for $25 and free up some space?
You're nice. I tend to hoard them and stack them on top of each other. And
That's true, because Brunhild is actually sitting on that one. That's her table base. So there is a reason for keeping it.
oh, that's funny.
I
Oh,
know. Oh,
that's
look at these sad manuals, though.
oh wow.
I have. Um,
Does it have a year on it for curiosity's sake?
um here's the
Oh wow.
27 vibrating shuttle. Let's see. Here's the year in the
It should
manual.
on the first or second page. It should have a year.
Let's see if I can unfold the page without damaging this anymore. Mm,
I actually have a manual from the 1800s, and I'm like, I have it in a bag. I'm like scared to touch it because it like
yeah,
disintegrates under my smoky hands.
right. I don't see it on this one.
Do you know what's funny? I even have like a Boy Scout card from the early 1900s. It was my grandfather's.
Oh, this says Form 7160, July 10th, 1899 reissue.
Oh
So,
wow! You
yeah.
have something in your hand that was a reprint from 1899. That's it.
No, I think. Oh, yes. The reprint, this version is from 1899. From an.
Wow!
Where are we echoing from?
I don't hear.
Okay. I think I just did all the things muted. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know when the original was from, but this is 1899, and it's like falling apart.
That's awesome. You have history in your hands. Are we still echoing?
Yes. I've got the key. I never even opened this door. Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Foot.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
A zipper foot.
You know, it's always fun when you're going through like when you get a box of new stuff. Do you know what's so funny? I do the same thing. I would rather go through the puzzle box than deal with the machine half the time.
Okay, but Joy heard the echo too. So is it there now? No, now I don't hear it. So.
That's my heater. If you hear anything, it just kicked on. So today I didn't go as crazy as I normally do with fabric, but like a long time ago, I was at Dodger Stadium and I saw these two people dressed up as cows. And everybody was like, oh, that guy's wife made him do that. But I was like, you know what? I like that print. So while I was out at the SWAT meet, because for some reason they have multiple fabric stores at the SWAT meet, I bought cow print.
You did buy cow print?
And it was really affordable too. So I bought quite a lot. And you know, these people love me so much because they I keep on coming back. And she gave me the bag and she grabbed my hand and she's like, I'm here on Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And she wasn't hitting on me. She was telling me like, you buy fabric.
She's like, please come shop with me again.
She's like, no, sir, you buy fabric. So I got that. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it. I haven't decided yet. I'm on this weird thing where I'm gonna so when is So Frugal?
I thought it was February.
I have to go
Unless
on
it's the beginning of March. I guess I could go back, or we can look at
literally a year ago.
The Yorkshire Sew Girl.
That is true because do you know what's so ironic? Like we, if you look back, we probably had this exact same conversation a year ago. So I got that cow print fabric, and I saw a pile of what I thought were like rugs, I guess, but it wasn't rugs. I don't know which. This is so heavy, but I don't know what I'm gonna make out of this. Like, part of me wants to make like a California poncho. This is so heavy, but my serger, I took a test piece and my serger can take it.
It looks like upholstery fabric or curtain material.
I'm gonna wear it.
Why are you making clothes out of curtains
again? That's part of my.
No, I'm not shaming. I have the same problem.
You're wearing your grandma's curtains used to be an insult, but around here, I say thank you.
That's a compliment. Like, why, thank you. Thanks for noticing.
Let's see. I also, why not? Why not? So let's use sheets for clothing. Exactly. Exactly.
I have and probably will do that again also. Okay, I'm querying. Where do I want to go to the singer shop for a belt, or is it okay to just get a new belt off of Amazon with the free shipping?
Both are okay. It's weird that you're bringing this up. I had the exact same problem today. It drove me crazy. Let me show you all the belts I pulled out.
Yeah, this is the only piece that I need to be replaced, but it doesn't even have the pins. I was like, oh, if it's just unattached, I can. But yeah,
I
yeah,
went
yours.
I went crazy looking for a belt today. And this is the original belt from hold on. This is the original belt from the sewing machine. As you can see, it's snapped.
Yeah, it's toast. Really big O-ring. Oh, that's an interesting. No, but oh,
I like
I don't
that.
have one of those around me.
I have also I have leather cording that works as well, Joy. I did that with a few sewing machines. And I sacrificed a jump rope and I do not regret it at all.
Hmm. I just bought a jump rope today, but I was going to use it for cardio.
Buy a really big O-ring. For a treadle belt. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
We use rings for belts literally all the time in typewriters. I like that idea. I really like that idea.
Yeah, I'm not adverse to that.
These drove me crazy because they're all, and you know what's funny? These are not all the same size. They're all different sizes.
Yeah.
I would say either go to Amazon or go to the shop. I drove myself crazy looking for a belt today. And I knew I had it. I just tore this room apart looking for a sewing machine belt.
Well, I know because I saw that they were even selling them on Walmart. At Walmart, you could get replacements. I was like, oh, I was over there, but I don't know if my Walmart would have had that in stock because
my local Walmart, like the one that's like 3 minutes from my house, doesn't. But the one that's on the because there's 4 in my town. The one that's in the middle of my town, I was so surprised when I turned the corner and it had Singer sewing belts. They sell something for cheap, so you can find the exact size you want best. I like that idea. I might do that. They actually Harbor Freight opens before Walmart. Actually, you know what? Our Walmarts are no longer 24 hours here, so.
No, because it's not. Well, I don't even like. It's too early for me to start my kvetching.
You know what? I'm gonna. I took a picture today that kind of made me laugh. I have a story to tell. I'm gonna go to the little sewing room, and I'll be right back.
Okay, and I am just took a little bit of oil and just gave everything a good wipe down. Oiled all the ports that I could see. The part that I have to figure out is how to separate these two pieces because they do not want to move. But in this drawer that I heard stuff wrangling around in, I have a screwdriver and a bigger screwdriver, which I think I want. Where's my bigger one? So we can get in clean out where the vibrating shuttle is. This is my first vibrating shuttle machine. It's so fancy. It's so different. Oh, WD-40 maybe. Yeah, I've got my oil right here. What I don't have yet is my little hematite rocks on this machine where I hold my bits and bobs and presser feet.
Oh, man. So I'm gonna put a picture in the group real quick. Let me top over because, and this is just me and my old man observation today that I was like, are you kidding me? I constantly talk about how everything in my local Walmart is behind bars.
No, I've seen it on the news. It's true. You got like every.
Okay,
like,
and I want to say this.
Nice things.
I'm not even trying to be political, but I'm gonna end up growing a beard. I'm gonna stop shaving. I don't know. No one wants to see my fro because it's half a fro. It's like Friar Tuck would be like, cut your fro, man. Cut your fro. because I'm bald. One of these days, I'll do that Homer who has all the American-made tools in American-made box. But for right now, Harbor Freight is my uncle. I have a collection of like top-tier tools, which none did I purchase. I inherited all of them. I have a Harbor Freight rollaway right here. I have another one on the other side. There's nothing wrong with Harbor Freight. And if you break a Harbor Freight tool, you can always go back and get another one. So I'm not even trying to be political when I say this. I'm going to end up growing a beard because at my local Walmart, and I'm socially awkward to begin with. And like everything's in jail. Brother just needed a razor. Do you see that?
Yeah, that is crazy.
And I hit the button and no one showed up. It's kind of like my gripe with Paramount Plus. They own all the rights to Star Trek, and every once in a while they'll get rid of the old movies. And it's like, dude, you own the movies. Where are they going? They should always be on here. I felt like, am I that old guy? Am I that complaining guy?
No, I think it's reasonable given the state of things. Ew, I don't even want to know what is on this tree.
And it's not like I can go to CVS. It's not like I can go to Walgreens.
Right, because it's like that all the places.
Yeah, everywhere is behind. I just want to shave my face. And what's really funny? This is more like boo to the pink tax, but long story short, the only razors that were out were what are those with the big bars of soap around them?
Oh, like the safety freeze.
Oh, of course, inappropriate hearts. Thank you, Apple. I was doing this. Long story short, I bought what are they called? Oh, they're called something, but I purchased them because I thought I was like, oh, there's razors out, and I grabbed them, and they're women's razors. Let me tell you, I don't care.
Best shave ever.
No hair.
No, my best friend that I got for myself a couple of weeks ago was the intermittent pulsed laser hair removal device. Differently time consuming, but results very satisfactory. So if you're looking for a permanent solution, that's my new or semi-permanent.
Well, I have a permanent solution. It's called male pattern baldness. When I was like completely bald up here, I was like, okay, and then it slowly eroded away. But I'm completely bald in the back where my cowlick used to be. I'm bald. So I have to shave my head. And you know what? I'm not even griping. It's just an observation. It's crazy to me how everything's behind bars. Everything.
Yeah.
It started, but I want to say this. It started with the Tide Pods. And then it was all downhill after that.
The Tide Pods behind bar, the Tide Pods challenge.
After that, they were behind bars, and then all of a sudden now you have to hit a button for everything that isn't cat food at Walmart. And Odin is thriving and not having children. Oh, let's see what else. There was something else. What else did I buy today? Sewing machine. There was something else though. Oh, I can't remember. I'll eventually figure it out. You don't even want to know what I put in my notes about Walmart. Oh, and I know she's not here, but Pam and Skits, who are giving me, we were all having a good time because I posted my sewing machine. I counted. I've only purchased 11 to 12 sewing machines since January 1st.
Here I am. I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna. My collection's complete. I literally do not need to buy another sewing machine ever. I'm satisfied.
The kicker is, I said I wasn't gonna buy any more modern ones, and I've purchased a few. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I know, I know. Scout's honor. I can't remember which finger. Was it this one? I will not purchase another sewing machine for a whole month. Do you know what? Live here on YouTube. What's today? Oh, but
On the
my
4th of 3rd of February, I hold you accountable, my friend.
but my birthday's coming.
It doesn't. Your birthday is you can clean your storage unit so you have a place for more sewing machines.
And I always treat myself on my birthday. I always like go off and treat myself on my birthday. I actually thought it was less. I thought it was less, Joy. I thought it was less sewing machines. And I looked and I'm like, oh, it's more. Because I was gonna be like, I've only purchased like 4 or 5, but then I forgot. Like I go to, you know.
Forgot.
Well, I post everything, so I can't even front and sit up here and pretend, I can't be like.
We can go back and literally count.
And there were 2 that I haven't posted, but there were the 2 I in my latest video. You guys should all go check it out. And please, if you're watching right now, please do not forget to like and subscribe. I have to do all those cliche YouTuber things. And to all my new subscribers, you guys are awesome. Welcome. Welcome to the House of Sewing, where eventually I'm going to get to sewing. I actually surged Wednesday's project. Haven't finished it yet. I'm in this weird 1990s adding a hood on a long sleeve t-shirt phase.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
I miss that so much.
Oh, speaking of, I know I got this one. I went to the Goodwill afterwards and I got a lavender velour dress length hoodie with a hood today. Speaking of, YouTube is stupid. Yeah, it is. Rumble's the way better platform. I encourage you, everybody, to just if we can build the sewing section of Rumble. It doesn't exist there.
I'm gonna start my sewing stand-up, and if you have a better idea, go ahead and steal it. If I, like the sewing Olympics, at this point, patent pending. But if you can do it, I want me versus Phoenix, and I'll lose because it'll be like WWE.
Oh, the plate on here says patent pending, patented 1890, 88, 85. I don't know how old
so this is. Awesome. But imagine that, like, okay, I've recently saw a picture of Los Angeles, 1897. Downtown LA, Main Street was literally one street. It was just, it was horse and buggy.
Yes.
It was dirt roads. They still had posts for horse. Like in the 1890s, it was still, technologically unadvanced.
Right.
So that sewing machine is a piece of history is what I'm trying to say. I love older.
Yes, I'm hooked. My heart is complete, and I can't wait for it to show off that puzzle box to Allie because I don't think they've seen one this nice.
Oh, you're making me somewhere in my storage unit. I think I was really sad when I first got my storage unit, and I think I put I have a sewing machine in that range. I think I put it in the back of my storage unit, which is now completely filled.
Yeah, you should need to work on that. You've been saying for a year now that we've been hanging out that you need to manage this.
It's because I've for as much as I pay for it, it's like renting an apartment.
That's another reason to manage it.
I need to get rid of it, but I haven't found anything viable, that's comparable to that. Or I just need to hang it all up and finally get that MacGyver warehouse.
True, but you kind of need just to touch your put your hands on what you got and see does it still bring, like Marie Kondo, a couple things. I can't be that minimalist, but
could you imagine people's face? I would get doxxed because they would pull up if I had a sewing machine sale. They would pull up. I'd have like 15 touch and sews on the lawn. I'd have like 19 to 25 to maybe 40 Kenmores out there. I'm the junior version of Fred Sanford. I'm Grady.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking, I cannot. Are you on his Facebook group? He has a crappier looking version of Brunhild, and not the case that he has listed for $175. And it's so rusted and in sad shape. I was like, oh my God, I got a steal on this one for $25.
Oh, absolutely. I get offended like when I see high prices like that, and I'm like, dude, I paid $10 for something like that. Or even when I purchased the Gray Singer, I was surprised that they still resell for hundreds of dollars. Or even recently, I made a video about it. I have two brother sewing machines. I looked them up. One was reselling for $330. I bought it at the Salvation Army for $12.
Oh my God.
That's what. And I'm like, well, it works well. It's a solid machine, but at this point,
Right?
like, those old domestics, I guess they're still worth money. If you're Grady, then who's Phoenix Ethel? I love that show. And Kilroy, because of you, every time I watch Hawaii 5-0, it makes me think of you. It's on Paramount Plus, so I can watch it uninterrupted. I have to get my money's worth out of that thing.
Great.
Oh, I got something else at the swap meet.
All right, I finally got the one plate off, and I need my smaller brush to get in here. And
So, oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just talking about 65-year-old schmooze.
So, like Kilroy says, nothing good ever comes out of a black bag. But I still play hockey because I never skip leg day. I couldn't believe these are seriously like $300 or $400 gloves. Guess how much I paid for them?
15.
I paid $5. And the guy was like he was like, I want $10. And I was like, nah, they're not worth it. And I was walking away and I turned around. I was like, I'll give you $5. He's like, go ahead. These are worth hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You know what? I have this weird theory about the swap meet that half of this stuff has to be stolen. So
Which is why everything's behind bars.
So if you've recently had your gloves swiped and you live in my area and you recognize these, I'll give them back to you. As a good Ferengi, I'll give them back to you for a good price. No, I'm kidding. But like, I couldn't believe these are worth hundreds of dollars. You look like a transformer with those. Oh, Kilroy, this is why you're needed. This is why. Hey, Pam, look, I paid $5 for hockey gloves that are worth hundreds and hundreds of. These are vapor locks. These literally distribute your sweat. These are awesome, and they still have all the grip. I can't believe I scored these, or that I forgot about them.
I know those cargo shorts are super cute, Pam.
Absolutely, you've inspired me to upcycle a couple of things because I have these I went through this weird phase of like trying to dress like I was in high school when I would wear like an old shirt and really baggy slacks. So now I just have a collection of oversized pants. So I need to make some shorts. Hey, Ollie, Baba, and Pam!
Oh, you're here!
Yay! Here, let me make you big. Yay! Okay. We have to do the show all over again now. Yay! Ooh. What we have here is a lovely puzzle box with the velvet still.
Yes, the original velvet and almost all of the original pieces. I think the manual says 27.
Ooh.
vertical shuttle, but the puzzle, I seriously bought this machine for the puzzle box. The fact that it was a treadle and the only thing I didn't have in my collection did come as an afterthought, and I need to replace the belt. But first I need to get into this spot where the shuttle goes, because she is stuck.
Oh, if I lived any closer, I'd show up with a torch and some WD-40.
I know. I feel like I just need
I'm
something
kidding.
like I just need to like smack it. I'm trying to use the screwdriver with the paper towel and like gently pry it open. Because it looks like both sides should open up because there's little like thumb hookies both places, but
Oh, that's an awesome angle. Look at that. 1890, you said?
1899, I think, is what the guy told me. That's what the Manuel said, but the plate says 1890. But I'm sure that
Wow.
I don't know. Not new.
Wow.
Okay, great. Both sides open. So if I force one open, then the other one. I paid $250.
Worth it. And keep in mind, hold on, I'm gonna keep in mind we live in America, everything's really expensive. And that's a steal.
And it's true, because I know that puzzle box once that I was looking, and the people on Etsy were selling it a complete version with the screwdrivers for $180. So I like that's like $150 I've got, and I think I've got this screwdriver's too big, but I've got some of the similar ones, so
awesome.
I think I can outfit it. Plus, I've got some extras, a couple of zipper feet, my favorite style of narrow rolled hem foot.
Wow.
The tucker. And I saw this earlier and I like squealed out loud.
Yeah. That's important, actually.
Right, because I didn't even show because I'm dropping pieces. Okay, gotta be nice. Because I do have the coffin lid also.
Oh, that's so well made.
This is the better side. Look at the carving on this coffin case.
I wish I could make you bigger. Oh, that thing is beautiful.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah. I couldn't sleep dreaming about this machine last night.
That is beautiful. Do you know that's also the same reason I'm going to run out of this room if there's an earthquake? Because I have quite a few of those above my head. I'm bolting. Yay. Yay.
I know. Those.
We are gathered here. Oh, that's awesome.
The faceplate. Yeah, it's got the etching on it. Oh, is it not showing up nicely?
Awesome. Oh, that is just, hold on, let me make it big again. Oh, look at that. That is showing some sewing machine leg right there. That is beautiful.
Yeah. I do not. I feel like even at paying $250, that I ripped this old couple off. But
you know what? It's whatever someone's willing to pay for it. I was just thinking, I sold a 1950s Singer sewing machine for almost $400.
Yeah.
And somebody was like willing to pay that much money. I was like, here, and they gave me the money, and I was like, you just paid $400 for something that I paid $25 for in Ventura, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I'm not surprised because they also like upgraded it and put a lamp on it, which I would just as soon take. Like, I'm never gonna plug this added lamp on.
Is it a Singer part? Just curious.
It is. Yeah. Oh yeah. It does say.
Because is it Simcoe or whatever? Oh, it is a Singer light. Oh wow, yeah.
Does anybody need an original Singer light?
In the commercial, like in the in the 1950s commercial, they talk about how you can come and get replacement pieces. They're like, oh, just add on to your old machine, you know? Oh,
Right.
that's awesome.
Yeah, we can just mod your machine for you.
You know what's funny, Ollie? I have a ton of Simnico or whatever. See, I call it Simco.
Mango?
I have a ton of motors, all kinds of stuff. Because I am that weird person that'll buy sewing machine parts. I'm like, oh, thank you, I'll buy that, because I'm always putting things together. Like even today with this machine, um, I needed a belt. I'm gonna plug it in and see if it works. It's been soaking for a while, but I needed a belt for it, and I had it in this room because I have random sewing machine parts in here. The next one is with the chrome cover. Awesome.
The best one. All right. Well, I'll keep my eye open.
You scored. You
I
completely.
did. I do not feel. I feel like I underpaid for what I got. Oh, and I didn't even show this piece off. It's like a felt backed, rulered giant seam guide or a measurement guide.
Oh my
I,
gosh.
I don't even know where to put this, but I'm like, okay.
What are you gonna get that you don't have to tell us you have shitloads of parts? No, it's because I repeat myself. These are the things you're gonna hear in the video.
Oh, I should get my
In a
tweezers.
sewing machine shop.
Put that in the drawer. All right, this is where I found it. It was in the drawer. It's like, I'll just set that back in the drawer here. Yeah, four square drawers, the long front drawer.
Oh man.
I've got an extra. Oh, I've got the spring. Oh. Is this the spring for my straddle belt? Can I actually make this work? Because I thought they did not look like that.
Okay, I want to do something really quick. Okay, so it's moving. This thing was not moving earlier, and the only reason I'm showing this is because it was not moving earlier. Everybody knows I'm a sucker for avocado green. I like to call it Tijuana teal. But is it moving? Oh, it wasn't working at all. I mean, this thing was completely seized. And it came to the house of sewing.
I hear it now. I know. We just get the machines that need us come to our rescue.
I'm so impatient because it wasn't working immediately. So I'm like, con, it just like you have to soak the parts. This is old and it's metal and it just needs a little bit of help. Like I used to say 2 years ago, it just needs a little bit of lube and a lot of Barry White. That's it. And that machine's going. Now I have Barry White in my head. I need to bring that line back. That's a cliche I haven't said in years. It's coming back. It's on the list. No, but I'm stoked because I had to, that belt came from my toolbox. I opened my toolbox and I'm like, I opened it up. Even the spider looked at me like, you haven't been here in a while, man. You have not been in this drawer in a while. I live here now.
Yes, Ellie, this is a 5-drawer.
Oh.
God, I can't wait to get a new belt so I can get this machine. I just want everything moves nicely. I just can't sew on it yet.
1970s. I love these stupid. It's eventually. Okay, like I said, I will not buy another sewing machine unless unless I get that $10,000 Juki. Which ironic is the same amount of money that do you know that kid down the street is still asking 10 grand for that truck a year ago that Isaiah wanted. It's still sitting in front of his house. He still wants $10,000 for a 1991 Ford F-150. I just saw that 10K Juki for 3K. Oh, I'm down. Yeah, right. He'll have another one next year. Well, I'm gonna give myself a break. And isn't it so frugal? I have to look that up. I like the idea, and I need something to stop me.
Well, you've got all the things. I mean, it just needs to. It has to be a free pattern, and you have to shop your stash. So you're not allowed to buy new material for this project. That's the only requirements.
I'm sitting in a fabric
You want
store.
to get the prizes to post your stuff and blah 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 to use the hashtags. But
Oh yeah, I got another Walmart oopsie. And I don't know why I didn't buy this last time. But I'm in I'm in my oopsie era.
is the wood swamp? Oh my!
Next week I no, I'm not I'm gonna have the great reckoning in this room, the great cleaning. Because like I still need to make videos about my Singer heavy duty, which I have not got on.
Right?
Excuse me. Um every year I make a how to thread your mini sewing machine video. I need to check that. I'm gonna check that right now. How many views does my original one have? I'm still shocked every time I look at that. I'm like, who is watching this? But I have a video that has like 8,000 views, and every you get your YouTube thing. People are still looking up how to thread a Singer M1000.
I know. I need to make updated new videos for all my machines because the videos that have seen, if I could find one, because for like Brunhild was like impossible, or they're like 10 years old. There's not new ones for the machines that I've got in my stash, my hoard. No.
And yes, Kilroy, wouldn't that be awesome if I bought the building and Mr. Modelo would be my employee slash fabric fairy? That would be awesome. I love the rolled fabrics at Walmart. I started using them as like lighting, and then I'm like, oh, I like this print. I like this print. They actually used to have the same section at my dollar store, but Walmart got smart and probably bought all the units, took the whole market over because my dollar store no longer has fabric, which I purchased every inch of fabric I could from there. I'm very curious on how the light is attached to that machine. I see them on lots of 27 machines.
Okay, let me.
Alibaba is inquiring how it's attached.
Yes, I saw that, which is why I'm trying to unwind the ridiculously long cord I have so we can get to. It looks like it's just
11,000 views. I need to make another how to sew. Every year it's a Janko video, and it's a how to thread a tiny tailor.
yes.
I have 11,000 people have watched that video, and they continue to, and it's not even a good video.
Yeah, so it looks like there's just a screw with a plate in this piece on the back here. It's just screwed on, and it's just on a little arm, and then here's the light and the cord and the on-off knobby.
Oh,
So yeah,
I have
it's actually a plate and a screw.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. I have quite a few of those. Alibaba, are those worth money? Oh, that's funny. The back plate is Singer 27. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, I didn't show. Oh, yeah, because I'm positive it's a 27 because I have two of these like dilapidated, sad. I'm afraid to unwind them. Manuals that are literally falling apart.
still amazing. I have mine in Ziploc baggies. And yes, Kilroy Tiny Taylor is my wrestling name from now on. Oh, that's hilarious. I have to start writing these down. I have to start writing these down. Oh, if you guys, do you know what's so funny? Okay, I used to walk around with my godless sewing vest, and it got reaction from people because they'd read the name tag and they would just be like, meh, you know. Funny thing, I switched my name tag, and people don't know how to react. I'll show you.
Good. I will download it from the ISMACS. Make a copy of your manual with the copy machine. There are electronic PDF versions out there because I'm just gonna leave them curled up in the drawer and kind of literally forget about them, because the more I handle them, the more literally they are just gonna fall apart in my hand. But they were in a plastic bag, and I know enough to not keep manuals in plastic.
So I get a reaction with my God of Sewing patch.
Oh, that's great.
And not necessarily a good one either. No, I'm kidding. No, I get mixed reactions from people in general.
Fair.
Still accurate. Still, I dare anyone to go on IMAX and ISMAX and tell me it's not accurate. Every sewing machine in this room that's a Singer I've ran through, and it's had every single sewing machine. There are incomplete lists on the internet, but if you look, you'll find an actual IMAX site, and it's spot on. Make a copy of your manual with a copy machine. That's a really good idea. Phoenix, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm just making sure. No, I have PTSD from that delay on your channel.
I know, that makes me crazy.
I
awesome.
feel like we're
Thank
like
you, Allie.
it makes me feel like we're in 1970s television. It's like back to you, back to you.
I know. I don't know whether it's the Rumble Studio, if I want to go back to my other one for tomorrow to see how it works, or what's going on with that.
Sometimes I think they do it on purpose, because I would not allow my competition to advertise on my site.
Oh, yeah, no, Rumble and Google/YouTube have it out for each other, and there's actually literal lawsuits going on right now.
I from a business standpoint, I can completely understand. I talk about it all the time. Howard Stern said Sirius so many times. I purchased a subscription, and I have Sirius in my car. Speaking of which, I have to get new shocks in my car, so I've been driving. My mom bought 2 new cars because she's a yuppie, and I have been driving a RAV4 and a brand new car. Do you know that when I'm on the street, it tells me the speed limit that's on the street, and it beeps if I go over the speed limit?
Yeah, no, I refuse to get a car like that, because I saw in California that they're going to make you get cars that if you're going 10 miles over the speed limit, they're literally going to shut your car off.
Who buys to my mom? Oh, and today, this is also something that arrived on Amazon. This beautiful lanyard. It's not a lanyard. I'm sorry, but like this key is really awkward, and I don't know what to do with it. And so I'm just gonna wear it. That's the only way I'm not gonna lose it.
Right. Yeah. No, these new cars are stupid. I'm gonna drive my old car until it literally falls apart, but I don't have to deal with de-icing salt, so screw that. It's paid off. It's the best car. I own it outright.
I still haven't figured out the radio. It has a like 20-inch screen on the thing, and it says on the screen, "Don't look at this. This is distracting." Why are you there? Why are you there?
I'm over it. No.
And I will say the backup cam is unreal. It's because it's huge, and it does help. The backup cam, I'll get rid of everything and keep the backup cam. It's really, I'm not used to the car. It beeps and but I can't wait to get my my other car back, because my car doesn't do any of that. Because it's a 20.
It's enough that my car beeps if you are sitting in the car and you don't have your seatbelt on. That's plenty enough for me.
I have to take my van to an auto body repair shop soon. You know what? I have to take my truck to get painted soon, very soon. Pam totally reminded me. I need to take care of that. I've been procrastinating on that now that my truck runs. but my truck's too big to park anywhere. It's 25 feet long, so I can't take it anywhere in my town. Yay, welcome back. Welcome back. So the car, I don't know, I'm not used to it. I think it's too modern. Do you need puzzle block manual, Phoenix?
Sure, I'll take that too. I saw the picture of it, but yeah, because I'm trying to see, because I know it's supposed to have a big screwdriver, a little screwdriver, and an awl with this shape. And oh, I already have the awl, and I have a little screwdriver. So I think I can piece together this entire. But that screwdriver I dropped is too big for the box. And I've got a couple of like errant parts in there. There's a springer thinger. We'll look at it tomorrow.
My van is a 12 passenger van. I think I need one. I think I need a 12 passenger van. I like you can get a lot of stuff in a 12 passenger van.
That's true.
Oh, but that's one thing, Pam. Can you park at places? Because that's the problem with my truck. I love my truck, but it's so big and wide that it doesn't get in modern parking. I can take it to Walmart because they have, giant parking spaces, but everywhere else it's kind of a mess.
Yeah, this one's too big. I know this came with a different puzzle box or a different box of pieces, but then I saw the Singer puzzle box and I was like, I have this tool that's supposed to go in that slot. Okay, I think this wood is like the wood is up too close to the lip, so I'm trying to like lever it up so I can pull it downwards without destroying anything.
I'm still kind of shocked it was not firing like that. See, that's the beautiful thing about refurbishing something is that moment when it starts working. That's what keeps me coming back.
Right, I know. Oh my god, I might go to the local hardware store to see if I can find one of those rings as a dummy treadle belt for right now because I want to see how this girly sews. And I can't until I get that. The one thing I need to do to get it running.
I do the same thing, Pam. I do the same thing. And for the record, the other car that I refuse to drive is a Tesla. I refuse to drive it. I sat in it like this.
I saw that the Teslas are all getting recalled because the emergency light or something is too small.
Oh gosh. I went to, it's not just a Tesla. I went through the same thing with the Flex. My car has been through like 4 or 5 recalls. Where they're like, oh, we have to replace some like $1,000 equipment for free because your car may explode. When they're really overambitious with these new cars with batteries. It is addictive getting machines working. And I went from older machines to even modern machines. That's where I pride myself when I get the modern machines going. I can get almost anything going as long as it doesn't have a motherboard on it.
Right. Maybe this is what it came with that has no clips, and where the clips used to be attached have ripped, so I don't even think I have enough to.
Oh, and that's another thing. I had to build like a docking port on the side of my mom's house for the thing to plug in the thing and it not get rained on or anything. I forgot about.
Oh my god! And I just saw that. Wasn't it someplace, some mayor's wife, some political person's wife had just casually plugged their Tesla into somebody else's charging station at their house, and they were confronted like, what do you mean I can't charge my car here? Like, do you pay the electrics?
That is true. I was like, I'm kind of like a live and let person, but that is true. As somebody whose electric bill is high, like I could see that. It's so distracting, Alibaba, that like it's distracting. And it's a giant screen. It's not a small one. It's huge.
Oh, is this the underbraider foot that you've been telling me about? This came in the box.
Oh, that's awesome. I had big plan. I'm glad that you showed up this evening because I'm about to go crazy with my Santee Alley fabric because I figured I have probably over, I don't know, 60, 70 yards of that Santee Alley fabric. I'm gonna do
Right.
something with it, you know.
Okay. Shearing plate. All right. I'll take it.
So
I've got. Oops. You go talk.
be prepared for the video of the Santee Alley fabric.
Right.
Well, I have rules upon rules. I've modified a flag post which isn't strong enough, and I tried to reinforce it with rebar, but then the rebar just started going with it because the fabric's too heavy. So I need a heavier base. I might have to go get one of those bases that you put sand in. I want something that I
Right.
can pull my fabric out because I have literal rolls in here.
Oh, yeah, you need a thingamajigger. Is this one of the screws that they use for the free motion quilting stuff? You know, that little piece is so hard to see.
I can kind of see it.
Oh, of course, I'm not on my nice camera. I just like showed up today. Okay, I'll take a picture of it and post it on the community page because yeah, I'm having a hard time making it sensical.
Was there something else I took a picture of today? I take pictures of things and I always have intention to share them on stream and then I don't because I start waffling and sewing. Oh, okay. So I'm so spoiled from Mr. Modelo that I turned down a fabric that was $3 a yard today because I'm so spoiled from Mr. Modelo. And I go back and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, you're spoiled. You should have got the other fabric as well, but I didn't because I'm so spoiled from Mr. Modelo. I put a flagpole without concrete once, worked fine. Then again, it was like 10 feet in the ground. I know that I am I am the real life goofy on the internet, but I have successfully have a 30-foot flagpole on the side of my house. And let me tell you, I have a flag collection. I fly the Jolly Roger. I have the blue and navy blue United Federations of Planets. My Klingon flags have flown. When Leonard Nimoy died, I put the flag at half mast. I guess. Oh, I have a question. I'm gonna post another picture in the group. This was the
Okay.
weirdest thing to me at my grocery store, which makes me believe that in like I live in my own little world because I'm one of those boring people who's a parent, and my life revolves around dropping my kid off, doing things, and But like this is at my local grocery store, and I've never had a problem. But it was the weirdest sign to me. Am I just oblivious or what? Maybe I am oblivious.
Hmm.
But hold on, let me.
I think they're just trying to train you because are they saying like you could be despondent and be asking for help? Are you just trying to like ignore people now? Like
I
I'm
have no one has ever approached me trying to sell me anything. I get hit on and I say thank you. when people hit on me at the grocery store, I'm like, thank you. Thank you. You're making me feel not old.
Less old than I was 10 minutes ago.
Exactly. Recently, this woman hit on me in the grocery store, and I was like, thank you. You made my day. But it was the strangest thing. I don't know. I just walked in. I know it wasn't there because I go to the same grocery store, and I was like, maybe something happened that I don't know. But it's the weirdest thing to me. I sometimes like. Have you ever seen the movie Shaun of the Dead?
Yes.
I feel like that. Like I'm walking around griping about my life as the world's falling apart, and I'm like, and my bobbin fell out today. There's like stuff on fire behind me, and I'm like griping about my problems as like the world's falling apart. You know?
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, there was a post-apocalyptic TV show that we watched on Netflix that was like set with kids in high school, but their target audience was folks not in high school because they were talking about there was a line about a Jello fluff mold cake or something, and I was like, kids these days don't even know what those words mean. Like so many
I
of the
grew
jokes
up.
were like you had to be have lived for a hot minute.
Do you know what's so funny? Still to this day, I like Jello, but if you put anything in it, I will run. Still to this day, I grew up when in the era of Jello and onion dip. Oh, I also bought this too.
Oh my god, that just makes me think about that Burt's Bees paired up with Hidden Valley Ranch, and they're coming out with a ranch flavored lip gloss.
What?
Yeah, that's what that was the look on my face when I saw that. I was like,
Okay,
you
hold
have
on.
to be kidding me.
I'm gonna make myself big for two reasons. First, look, kids, I love ranch. I'm from California. I go to restaurants and I'm like, hey, can I get a vat of ranch? I literally ask for a bowl. I don't want to wear it on my lips. I'm just saying. I don't even like. I recently ran out of chapstick. I have this weird pineapple chapstick. I had to stop using it because now I'm just craving pineapple Starburst. I had to go to good old chapstick. And today I purchased this beautiful pattern, which I will be making with my Santee Alley Fabric.
Oh, cute. Oh, thank you, Allie.
Craziness. Absolute craziness. Thank you.
I do. I do have the ruffler foot. Give me one moment. I should just leave this box out someplace.
I completely forgot I bought this pattern, but I'm stoked. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you, Pam. I do need a new pattern, but I have plans. I have yards and yards of the Santee Alley fabric. I'm gonna make quite a few items this week. I'm gonna challenge myself to make as much as I can. I don't know if it's so frugal, but you know, it'll be sewing.
Right. Yep. The quilting foot with the bar. I've got all the hem spooner or the spoon hammers. I've got enough bobbins. I'll have to look at the manual picture to see what I don't have. But I just can't believe this that the velvet is just original and
Wow.
like not disgustingly, it's just amazing. The box, it's sad, but what did the guy say? It was his first wife's and she died 65 years ago, so basically I'm guessing this machine sat untouched for 65 years in this couple's house,
If not more years before that, because you know.
right? Because somebody else, let me see, how many spools do I have? I have the one empty one. Where did I just put them all?
That's what I said. It's unreal. That is unreal for something that age for the velvet to be in that good shape. That's unreal.
I know. I still feel that's why for 250 I'm like I stole this from them.
If you were anywhere south of where you lived, that would be like $9.50.
I have 10 spools, and I know I have another one floating around somewhere, and
Oh, awesome.
I don't even understand what this presser foot is supposed to be. This one confuses me, or how it's attached.
Do we need to have another attachment stream?
Yes, I think it is time for another foot fetish stream, and maybe we'll just call it the foot fetish.
Instead of name that Pokemon, it's name that sewing
Name that
attachment.
foot. Yes, the feet.
Great. Usually they are lost, Joy says.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are.
I
That's
scored on this.
I've actually purchased quite a few of those old bobbin spools because people don't know what they have. They're like, I don't even
Right,
know what
I
this
know.
is.
Okay, thanks for letting. I didn't think. I was like, I don't understand how that would work with this machine. Oh, something's trying to move here.
Alibaba says that is not for that machine. Oh my god, I do have many, many feet. Do you know Joy is an avid sewing machine collector?
Yes.
One of us. One of
One
us.
of us. Gooba Guppa, Gooba Guppa.
I recently went ham on Joy's Instagram where I literally liked every picture. I'm that annoying guy. They get lost and I scoop them up. I'm the same. Do you know? There's one time it kind of made me sad though. I um I was at a swap meet and on the table somebody had just a box full of nothing but sewing accessories, and I felt like somebody had to have passed away for me to get that.
Yeah,
It was
or
really
moved into
sad.
an assisted living facility.
Something just not fun. you know?
Oh my god, some paid $20 for each. Yeah. Well, oh my god. Well, there was that buttonholer attachment that for the eyelet cam for the buttonholer that Fred Sanford paid. What was it, $35 for that one piece? And I was like, oh, it was too slow. I'm still griping about it. It's been weeks. I'm sorry. I'll get over it.
I'm the same way. No, I'm the exact same way. There are certain things that I'm like, how did I miss that? Or why did I not move when I should have? Buttonholers, I thought I have about 6 of those. Do you know, I thought I had a lot until I watched a video with Fred Sanford and I was like, okay, I don't have as many as Fred Sanford does. Man, do you know only if he knew he got free promotion on my channel?
I know, me too. I know, seriously. I feel like the next video we need to just like tag, or we should just tag him in the comment section.
You can, after streams, you can go back and change everything because people do watch these streams after.
Because I've been and his customer service was really great, and I really enjoyed my working with him. If I need other stuff, like I'm definitely would purchase again.
Do you know how I found him?
No.
I was gonna call myself Fred Sanford.
And you were like, oh, this who took my name?
But
And
it
they
was
work on sewing machines.
it was ironic to me because as someone who hoards sewing machines, I found this man who hoards sewing machines, and at first I was like, "Yeah, you have an interesting channel," and then I fell in love. You know what I'm saying? I went through that cycle of like, "How dare you have the name I wanted?"
And then you're like, oh, I guess you deserve it more. Like,
He inspired the whole MacGyver warehouse
right?
because
You're just
I
a
watched a
discount
video.
Fred Sanford.
I watched a video where he was like, "I don't even live here," and I was like, "You could do that?"
There's a buttonhole attachment for my sewing machine. What? The famous buttonhole attachment. Well,
Oh,
if
good
that
grief!
attachment ever needs a good home, I know where it would be well loved.
Oh man, That Stanley Cup has changed my life. I'll be right back. I'm gonna
I would
and
keep with the fake Stanleys though, because did you just see that people were lead testing their name brand Stanleys and they keep popping positive for lead?
mine's a family, and you know what? I have a tester. You're scaring me. I want to test mine now.
No, you should. The fake ones all came back negative. It was the name brand one that came back.
No, I paid $5.99 for my at my local dollar store. It's 40. It's you know what though? The one thing I like, it's promoting me drinking water. I'm drinking a
Right.
mass amount of water every day, so it's nothing but positive things.
I know. Oh my god, I'm afraid I'm going to break a screwdriver trying to. Okay, I'll just sit patiently and let the oil just soak in again so I can move, and I'll just practice moving my feet on the treadle because this is going to be a different skill.
I'm glad you said that though, because there's quite a few people at my job that have the real one.
Yeah, you should be go test them. How are we echoing again?
Are we?
What did you touch?
I don't.
Because it's just me. And did it stop again?
I don't hear anything.
I'm sorry for being cranky on a Saturday night. I came here to have fun and show off this beauty, and I'm just like.
Let me see. Let me see. Nope, nothing on my side.
Yeah, no, it was there for a second and then it disappeared.
You know, it wouldn't be YouTube if there wasn't glitches and goblins and gremlins and all those weird things that. You know what's really funny though? I have to say, StreamYard, YouTube, all of these companies have stepped up because 4 years ago it was nothing but glitches on a good night, you know, and these streams have really cleaned up. These companies have stepped up. Well, when you pay for it.
Yeah, the Rumble Studio is free. It just doesn't. I do have my Sunday shows, but YouTube. I don't know whether it's a glitch with the Rumble Studio or YouTube not wanting to play nice with Rumble. But I will be here at 3:30 tomorrow at Pacific time.
We have to find out if there's a delay or not, because the delay kills me because I'm a talker.
Right, I know.
You know what though? I'm still mad about I'm still mad about this microphone being more quality than this one. But this sounds great on my camera, so I'm kind of over it. Not really.
Well, it's good to know. I mean, not everything goes well with all things.
I thought it would I need a microphone. I need to get a new mic stand for this thing. Or I need to ream this so I could rethread it because it's not the threads are just this is old. This is an old studio. Yeah, it's totally stripped. This thing, you know, but it works. It's better quality, and it's funny how something that's a studio mic is better than anything they're putting out nowadays. And this is an older studio mic.
Well, things used to be made with quality, which is why we can be oogling over 100-year-old plus sewing machine.
I love that. You know, I absolutely love that. We say this every time, but imagine how many hands touched. You know, imagine how many people dealt with that sewing machine. You know.
Yes.
My 1979 studio mic was so nice.
I know you just said that recently bit the dust, which is so sad. Oh, it even came with a vintage Glade packet in there. I don't have one of those.
Let me make you big. I love stuff like that. I love.
Yeah, completely. I was like, because of where my brain is and what I do, I looked at this package and I was like, oh, why did somebody leave a pack of suppositories in their sewing machine?
Desktop studio mic from Pioneer. Oh, those were the days. People bitch about quality, but the fact is that if things were built to the same quality, they'd cost thousands and thousands. Nobody would buy them.
True.
That's so true. That's why I don't say how much I pay for my video camera because that thing is quality. It's true. It is true though. Copyright 1985 on that clay product.
I'm just gonna throw it in the trash or take a picture of it with the machine for nostalgia purposes. But
I collect stuff like that. What I love finding. Well, I wouldn't if it had if it has chemicals, I wouldn't collect it. But I love stuff like that. I find business cards from businesses that have been gone for 40 years. Like there was one I looked up and they were like, if you're looking this up, you must be a local from this side of town. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm not. I bet you paid for that. I bought it when it first came out, so it was a little bit more. And see, that's the thing. And you know what? Because it's a Canon, like it takes updates. It's weird. It's weird.
I know this might be the year I upgrade my camera because the one I use is a Rebel SL1, like a very ancient DSLR. They don't even make it anymore. I'd have to like. My dad had a QWERTY phone so old that if I tried to, we had to take him off the family messaging board group because if you sent a picture to him, his phone would die. And the joke was like, he had to pay the phone people, the phone company, like AT&T or T-Mobile or whatever, to take his phone back. It was so old. They're like, no, seriously, we don't want this.
I wish the world worked that way, Gilroy. If we could barter with touch and sews, I'd rule. I would silently rule. Oh, that is funny. This is like second or third generation too, and it's still quality.
Do you? Yeah. So you like that one because I've just got a DSLR, like a photography camera that I use.
I'm
Does
like
it have a plug-in? Can you plug it in, or do you need to replace the batteries? That's the question That's a feature I need.
I plug it in. It has a
And you
rechargeable
can keep
battery.
it plugged in.
Well, once the battery's charged, it doesn't have to. It'll turn off the second the battery's charged.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I want one where I can have where it runs off like a dummy battery where I can keep it plugged in and stream with. I'll just have
You
to
can
call
do
the Jewish camera company in New York.
you can do that with this. This is actually really complicated. I use it as a camera, but this can be used. I can hook this up to my computer. It's really awesome. I only use it for videoing purposes.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do all kinds of fancy stuff with it. And it makes me laugh because it won't mesh with my older technology. It only will mesh with my newer technology. It makes me laugh.
Oh, that's funny.
Canon's quality though, like, and you know what's so funny? I grew up in a Nikon family, so buying a Canon was kind of like blasphemous.
Oh, that's funny because my grandpa always had Canon, so I was just like, I went to buy a camera. Oh, Fujifilm and Canon cameras.
Oh, Fuji! I had an uncle who worked for Kodak for over like 50 years, so like it was if you showed him a picture with Fujifilm, he'd be like, "That's nice," and just kind of like he was total shill for Kodak. Total
Oh
shill.
yeah, no, I know. If I had to do regional brand loyalty, Kodak is my best friend.
I'm sitting in a room because I inherit all of it. I have like 4 or 5 Nikon cameras, and they're still, man. I call it my reach out and touch somebody lens. That lens, it's personal. There's a mansion that is. If you stand at my front door, there's a mansion on a hill. If I zoom in with that lens, I can see their front door.
Oh yeah, you do have why are you selling sewing machine or working at sewing machines when you could sell photos and be a paparazzi with that lens?
Do you know what's really funny? I wanted to be a stringer. I bought a camera and everything. I don't have the heart. Like, I have empathy. To be a stringer, you
Yeah.
have to be like, you have to have no feelings, because you're going to see the worst of the worst of the worst of society, of everything, because you're an ambulance chaser.
Yeah, it's true, Kilroy. I know your mama had a Canon, you bought a Canon, and not knowing Canon runs in our blood. I know there's certain brands, but they still sell quality product.
I did. I had a Sony. Let me show. It all started with my Sony. Ugh. And you know, the funny thing is that this still kind of works,
Mm-hmm.
but it's antiquated. You know what's so sad? They
How is a 4K antiquated?
Because this is 2018, 2019 technology.
Oh, right, because now they've got 8K.
Oh, when I saw that, I was like, "Oh man, can I put both of my cameras together and call it 8K?"
Seriously, it's a streaming platform, but you can't, like, you can record in that high definition, but you can't rebroadcast. I do love my Canon lenses. That's why I think I'm gonna get another DSLR with a different body shape so that I can put it on my nicer. Oh, did I just unmute myself?
No, you're not muted.
Okay. I want to be able to use my nice Canon lenses, so I don't necessarily want a video camera. I just have to call BH Photo, not BH Cosmetics. I like their products too.
It's gonna be 128K before too long, and your TV's gonna use so much power. You're not lying.
Yeah.
That is so true. That's why there's certain things I jump at, and other I'm like, okay, let's wait and see where this goes. I
Mm-hmm.
learned I learned because my father would keep up with technology, and it made him a technology hoarder, because he always had to have the new computer. He always had to have the new camera, the new, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and sometimes the next upgraded model, there's not enough enhanced. Like, it's new, but it's not significantly improved enough to need all of them.
um, one of the iPhones are like Madden video games. One of the greatest memes I ever saw was, I'll paraphrase, but it was like, you guys are crazy because every year you go out and buy the same video game, playing the same game. And it's true, because it's football. So how many different
Mm-hmm.
ways can you improve on this game? But every year
Right.
people go out and buy a different version of the same game that was basically, the game from the year before.
I know, Killer. I've bought from them before, but I think I need to call the shop and be like, this is what I want. This is my needs. This is what I have. Hook me up with something. Like, I think I need to, like, call them and not just do an online purchase this time. But yeah, they were great. And I love that they're on the high holy days or on, like, Shabbos. They're like, sorry, we will not take your order right now. That makes me laugh.
It's a lot of places in my town are like that too. Awesome, awesome. But the old game, it doesn't have the new players with the new performance enhancing drugs. Drives me crazy. I had this speech with my son. He's like, how come you don't buy hockey games? I'm like, because it's the same thing as Madden. It's the exact same thing. And by the way, have you guys been getting ads for those games where you're like, it's like a bear building a bridge, or you're like shooting all these zombies or something? I wish those games were real. I wish those games were real.
Oh, just wait a little bit longer. There was a mama bear and two cubs, like, 3 doors down from my house. Like, the bears are not sleeping this year. Like, aren't they supposed to hibernate?
Well, the seasons are off. If you think about it, they're
It's
not necessarily predictable. Thank you, Alibaba. And the funny thing is, a lot of those games are not accessible. It's just someone made that for the commercial to get you to play their RPG. or sometimes I'll decide to poke around on BH photo and on a Friday, and I'm reminded that Shabbos is a
Yep.
thing.
Yes. Oh no, I got the foot locked. There we go. Sorry, I locked my pedal. I'm practicing pedaling even though nobody can see it because nothing moves because I don't have the belt.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
I wish this piece would slide off. I'm afraid I'm gonna break something by forcing it, but it
The
plastic
only
is so.
thing from experience, the only thing that you could really break is the sewing needle. That is
Oh, I
solid.
guess I should take that out. Thanks for reminding me that there's a needle in here.
Do you remember, like on my Rumble channel, there is a video of how sewing machines were made in it had to have been the early 1900s. That thing is solid iron. That is
I
just
know it's these
solid
plates.
iron.
I need to force them apart. Practice
Practice.
will not help at this point. I know. In my head, it's just comforting to move my feet on the treadle.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
But I guess I should wait till the belt's there so I
Oh.
understand the rhythm instead of make myself something that's not going to be functional later.
1922 Kilbowie. And BH Photo has seriously the best prices on what they offer. And any cheaper, and you start to run into problems or excessive risk.
Oh, that's good to know.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
Wood
go.
Pittman arm. I
Oh,
guess I'm gonna have to Google what this is because I do not. I'm seeing words that my brain does not make sense of. Oh no! Oh, oh, the pit moves the art that moves the wheel. Oh,
oh, right. I forgot I had C's candy and Girl Scout cookies. Okay, here's the crapshoot. Which one has strawberries in them? It's always the gross one. Have you ever found that box of chocolate where you're picking through and you're like, oh, it's coconut?
oh, there's nothing wrong with coconut candies. Oh, there's the echo. It's on your arm. On your arm.
Is it? Are we still echoing?
We are now, or we were. But is let's see here. No, now it's gone. Yeah, don't see any wood on the bottom here, and I'm not sure where that would be located. Now I have to crawl off the floor.
At this point, Kilroy, they follow me around. I'm driving down the street. They they followed me to my house. I know at this point I paid for college with some of the those people with the Girl Scout cookies. All right. I don't know what it is. I've had such a sweet tooth lately. And then someone I know was like, "Hey, do you want this box of Seeds candy?" And I was like, "Of course I do. Of course I do. Let me clean up." You know what's so funny? Every Saturday I show off everything that I've purchased, and I just make a mess in here. The Godless William Collins. I like that. I like that. That sounds like the Big Lebowski Achievers. I like that. Lately, you mean your whole existence? In the like ever since Halloween, just I don't know, ever since Halloween, I've had my sweet tooth was just it came back to life, I guess. I don't know what it is. All right, let me clean up a little in here. It's a mess in here. Oh, but I love this fabric, and I am gonna make you know what's so funny? I call people carpetbaggers as like an insult, but definitely gonna make a sweatshirt or something like that. Do you know what's funny? I have all these pieces surged and ready to go. I have done nothing
Oh,
with
that's
them.
mm,
Oh,
I still have a pair of pants. No, that bubble shirt. I've got all sorts of stuff cut that I just haven't sewn yet. And I've got my quilted house coat that has been sitting neglected for like 3 months now.
I've been making after the stream videos, and I actually really like that because
Oh,
like
that's a good idea.
I don't sleep, especially like tonight's different because this is the one night I have to howl at the moon. Like
Right?
Saturday night is the one night. Oh, okay. So I watch a show on television. Okay, I'm old. There's a like actual on real television. Do you think it's wrong that people post spoilers on the internet because I live on the West Coast and people watch it 3 hours ahead?
I don't think it's wrong. I just think it's non-courteous, which is different.
It's been right. Like I on Fridays I can't go on the internet past 5 o'clock
Right?
because
Oh,
everyone's
that's
gonna rat
killer.
on my.
I think I just had my oh, oh goodness, my OSHA sanctioned smoke break.
I know mine's coming up. Mine's coming up after I imbibe on this chocolate. Oh well, the Thin Mints are like evil. I need therapy because of the Thin Mints.
No, the chocolate peanut butter ones, and oh god, no,
I
they're all good.
I recently shamed myself because I spent a lot of money on Girl Scout cookies. Oh, like 2 weeks ago, I ate two of those boxes in bed.
Oh, I no, I don't eat chocolate in bed. I no, but
I'm
it makes me
single.
no. I may have some familial predispositions, so I know you probably haven't, but I made sure I made a wellness check for myself, and now I have to go get a whole bunch of blood work done and some imaging, an echocardiogram, and a couple of other things to check in. All right, Joy. So that'll be fun. Getting pictures of my heart tucked. We'll see if it still works.
I'm scared to know. I don't want to get a picture of my.
No,
You're gonna
well,
tell
I've
me to
got
quit
it.
drinking coffee.
Yeah, no, that's not. I have a connective tissue disorder, which is stupidly common. That because your blood vessels are a type of connective tissue that's attached to your heart, sometimes you're at risk for horrible things happening. So I think it's just time to like just check in and make sure I'm not a cold-hearted bitch.
Literally, because it's okay to be one every once in a while.
Oh, it's my natural state. I'm okay. You put up with me. You keep letting me come back.
Are you kidding me? People always tell me I'm angry, and I'll show you why. It's because my eyebrows. Because I have giant eyebrows. People always think I'm sorry. I have Groucho Marx eyebrows. Sorry, but people think I'm always angry.
Thank you, Kilroy. I mean, thank you, Allie. I'm thinking the wrong people. Awesome. Yeah, heart problems suck. I'm not. Didn't even know that. I mean, I knew, but I didn't. I know this skating ensemble looks so cute. Are you trying? Should this be our holiday winter project for this year?
I made a
That would
pink
think
and
so.
black. I made a pink and black color block sweatshirt last week, so I'm here for crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you can lay down and get out of breath. Yeah,
I am. Do you know what's funny? I'm almost there. I'm a born asthmatic who smoked for like a solid 19 years straight, and like I have a nebulizer. They're like, I'm almost there. So there's no judgment here whatsoever. And if it wasn't for my job, like I don't know what I would do for healthcare. But it's not a political show. It's not a political show.
no, healthcare is not political when it comes to basic services and needs. Oh my god, I'm afraid I'm just gonna like.
Remember that thing is cast iron. That is like literally solid.
I know, but I'm also worried that it's gonna this piece where the wood is swollen and it hasn't moved in possibly 65 years when I get it going is just gonna like impale me because it's gonna move with such force. I'm gonna like sit
Oh, I
not
can't believe I put
directly in the
that. Okay.
trajectory.
I have a question for the chat. I put it in my notes and I'm glad I did. I need everyone to talk me out of buying Apple glasses.
Oh, good God, no! You don't. No,
This is why you're here, Phoenix. You're here for a reason this
it's true.
evening.
We haven't had a good old fashioned intervention in a while. You've needed my presence, and I've not been able to make. I've things have. Life is life,
Hey, welcome
but
back, Joy.
I'm here when I needed to be here. The answer is no.
They keep on advertising for me because all I have is Apple products, and like I'm getting a new phone, and I might not buy an Apple.
You shouldn't. I was thinking of looking at those. I keep getting ads for that OnePlus one, but is that Google? I don't want a Google phone either. Can like Tesla? I think I'd rather have like the Tesla phone. Can they just do that for me? Can the machine tilt? It can tilt back. Yeah, there's a little latch and it tilts back. I can see the bobbin race. I oiled underneath. Oh, so I can slide the. Oh, you, Ellie. I thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This. Oh. Huzzah! Thank you.
Sorry, I'm chewing on caramel and chocolate.
That's okay. That's all right. I appreciate. Thank you. I don't need to get the other half off. I just wanted to look at the bobbin shuttle, which does exist. You're so smart.
So Joy, excuse me, Apple has created glasses that can interact with all of your devices. And as somebody who's sitting in a room with not so current and current Apple devices, the glasses would probably explode if I walked in here wearing.
Yeah, but you also don't want. Do you really want a third party company to see and know? Do you feel like you're not being spied on enough?
Then don't get that. Well, I'm a bad example because I have an A word which is always listening to me. My phone, I'm not kidding, because my phone is right here in front of me. When I talk about things during a stream, when it's over, they're trying to sell it to me on my Twitter or YouTube, especially sewing machines. Because I really like I watch videos about more vintage sewing machines, or if it's something I'm stumped on, I know someone's made a video about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, fair. Yeah, no, I didn't put two and two together. If I left it down in the original position, it was stuck, which is why I was fighting. And I thank you for suggesting, like, just change the angle of the plate and maybe it will magically slide out. And yes, it did.
But they look cool. I actually watched a video where it was reality versus the commercial. And they're much different from what the commercial says, but I still kind of want the Apple glasses.
No, no thanks. I love these like bobbins on this machine. That'll be, then I have to figure out. Do you pull up on the little handle disc? Okay. But yeah, I've got 10 bobbins, the original shuttle, the puzzle box, the coffin case, 5-drawer cabinet. I am a very happy sewist this evening. Now I just need the band so I can see how she sews, but I can't do that right now.
Alexa, how much are Apple's new goggles?
From Roll.com, Apple introduced its new Vision Pro virtual reality / augmented reality goggles for the eye-popping price of $3,500.
No.
Hey, Barry, how's it going? Great to see you. Great to see you. Welcome. Everybody, this is Mark Short's friend, Barry. He is very welcome here in the House of Sewing. Welcome. Those glasses are $3,000.
Yeah, no.
Never mind. Even in my insanity, I wouldn't pay $3,000 for Apple to spy on me when they're going to come out with something better 2 years from now, cheaper.
Write that too. Oh, did I just break this? No, I just need to take it.
I'll just buy the off-market, the aftermarket. Great to see you, Barry. Great to see you. I'll just buy the aftermarket knockoff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see your enraged. Because I know you're anti mega corporations, you know.
Well, that's true. I am like on a matter of principle. Well, I used an Apple IIe when I was 6 years old and hated it and said, no, I never will ever again. And I have not.
Oh, you're taking me back. Our generation, we're the Apple IIe generation. DOS, you know, all of that.
Yes, I do remember command line prompts. Like, oh, I got the bobbin shuttle out.
Awesome.
Thank you, Allie. You're so smart. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but that's why I need my friends and cohorts and companions here. The tie would work as a belt. You started on an Apple TV. Yeah, I used one, but then a parent went to programming school, and it was all.
I still have Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Reading Rabbit, which I played as a child. I loved that game so much. Oh man, do you know what's so funny? When I would play that with that green screen, I was like, I live in the future. I absolutely live in the future.
Oh, my corset tie.
Barry, if you're still there, how's the weather in Australia? It was so strange. It's been 70 degrees one day and then raining the next, and then 70 again here in sunny California. It's the strangest thing.
Let's see here. Do I need to tie? If I tie a knot in it when I string it through, will that work? Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting hot behind the ears right now.
I did the same thing with leather cording and it worked. You just don't tie a huge knot and it'll go through.
Okay. So just like a square knot, something flat, low profile.
Something that can take anything that can take the throbbing of going over the wheel over and over.
You're such a bad
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's been very humid with little rain. We have the strange. We like lately. We've had the strangest weather here in California, and apparently tomorrow we're gonna have the storm of the century. They're like telling us to batten down our hatches and everything. It's gonna be wild.
Oh, the Pineapple Express is coming through.
Well, I'm glad I went to the dispensary, and I have coffee creamer and coffee. I'm ready. And it's gonna rain on my birthday, but that's okay. Yeah.
Hey!
Are you putting a new belt on, or what are you doing under there?
Now I can really eat my cookies.
Yes, but you need to figure out what on your end is making us. Now the echo comes and goes. Hey, what? Well, yes, I am, per Allie's suggestion, using some 40 weight nylon cord as a belt because I bought a beauty today.
I was gonna say that looks new.
She is new to me. I decided to call her Sphinx as that is her. Oh no! Is there spill? Oh no!
You know, don't mind me. Tell me about Sphinx in a minute after I clean up the tea that I spilled all over the library.
Oh,
Oh no!
and, yay! Hello, hello.
Oh, on that note, welcome.
Hello,
I didn't know
everybody.
me sitting on the floor was going to be that exciting to everybody.
Yes, there's plenty of storms around, but not getting them here. Supposedly tomorrow we're gonna get a huge storm. So I went to the dispensary and the grocery store, and I'm ready.
Priorities.
I am. It's like the lockdown all over again.
Don't even say words like
How are you
that.
doing, Barry?
Yay! Great to see. Absolutely great to see, Barry. You know, I spill all the time in this room because I have this affinity for giant 40-ounce cups. So I get it.
That's
I
why
had-
you need plates with straws. Oh,
Well, I had a little cup with a small base, and then I gesticulated wildly. What is that echo? Good gracious! All right.
I can't hear anything.
It's because the echo's on your end.
How about? Is it echoing now?
No, but is it? But I'm echoing. It's not when you talk. It's when everybody else talks. You're trying to suppress us with your echo.
Are you okay? Say something really quick and see if it's still echoing.
Say something really quick. Am I still echoing? No.
Are you echoing now?
Am I echoing now? Yes. I hear
Oh,
it softly in the background. Something's like quiet now. It's different. No, I need shears. Okay. I don't know what's happening. I need to find your scissors.
I'm gonna try to fish out some headphones. Do you still hear an echo, Waternay?
Not right this second, no.
It's been a while since I've had to wear headphones. That's one thing. Ever since I got this newer computer, I haven't had to have headphones because back in the day I felt so constricted when I would stream with headphones on. I like to get up and walk around.
I know these little Bluetooth ones that have the over-the-ear part and last for a good number of hours. I do not hate these.
I need to get something in that realm. I have I need to find my old. I know they're in here somewhere. I'm like that too, Pam. I like to be prepared though. Like, so if they're telling me a storm's coming, I'm like, oh no, I'll go to the store. I'll get prepared. I believe you when they say a storm's coming.
Okay, I guess I'll just Okay, let's go with a square knot. Oh, I'm so excited because I
Why
see
don't
part
I?
of it.
You do not strike me as a panic buyer. Are you a panic buyer?
I'm practical, but I'm not a panicker. Does that make sense? So
Totally, totally.
do I feel like the world's going to shut down for this storm, and did I rush to the store to buy 6 cases of toilet paper? No.
Oh, I'm somewhere in between there.
You know, like if I had thought about it, would it have been sensible to maybe go get a few things? Probably, in case I don't feel like going out, but I don't feel like the whole neighborhood is going to close down, so I'm not really worried.
Fortunately, I did not need to cut this tie for my stays because I had extra of this 40-pound nylon thread in the drawer, so I don't need to hack together shoelaces. The question is, yeah, no, that's funny though. Okay.
So Phoenix, tell me about Petunia, or what did you say your machine's name?
Oh, I'm calling her Sphinx because this is a 27 Singer 27 vertical shuttle with. Oh, you haven't. Okay, this I know. I'm sorry for folks who've seen this before, and that this is the third time that I'm showing off this. I bought this sewing machine because of this puzzle box.
Oh, I love those.
It has the original velvet and just about all of the original pieces. I hope I can hack
Nice.
together to make a fully complete set.
Probably.
Plus I've got some extra zipper feet, different things. Yeah, so I spent some money on this girl, but I still feel like these sweet old couple, like I feel like I robbed them because
Okay. So
I feel like I made out on the better end of the deal for the $250 I paid for this machine and the accessories.
okay, that was my question. I was going to say, how much did you spend?
Enough. It was not the cheapest machine I ever bought. It was not my $25 I spent on Brunhild, but I feel like it was worth every penny that I paid for this machine.
Wonderful. And you know, having the little things and not having to hunt them down, there's some value in that.
There is, and I've never seen such a pretty puzzle box. I've seen a couple of like super ratty, nasty ones,
Mm-hmm.
and to see this one in such amazing shape, I was like, because then I looked to saw how much people were selling the completed puzzle boxes for, and I was like, oh man, because folks are selling them for 150. Allie said earlier they saw some that were like $300, like these completed puzzle boxes. So
Do you think that's inflation though? Because like even I'm still tripping out about those brother sewing machines I purchased. One was reselling for $220, the other one was $330. Like, do you think it's because of inflation?
it could be, but those the wooden puzzle boxes, I think, did I show pictures? I've seen two other ones on Craigslist ads, and they were like falling apart. The velvet was not intact. The hooky pieces were not all there. So to have, yes, inflation, but it is starting to become an issue of scarcity for certain items also.
Maybe I should have my sewing machine mega sale. The super rare, not so rare Singer sewing machine sale.
I need to get on that too. I have some that I bought for resale, and I'm very behind in my cleaning and selling of them.
Same boat. Just different cabin.
I'm done. My sewing machine collection is complete. I'm contented. I don't feel the need to ever buy another sewing machine because I don't plan on reselling, and I don't want to have more than I can enjoy sewing on.
You're kind of roboting. But before you jump out, I just want to say that I said on stream about an hour ago that I'm not Scout's honor. I'm not going to buy a sewing machine for a whole month. And what is today? Oh, where'd Phoenix go?
Today is February 3rd. And you're not going to buy a new sewing machine until hello, March? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'll give myself a full 30 days because I know the William month is short.
And why are you planning? I mean,
baby steps.
I don't know. If you see a really fantastic deal on a really good machine, I would personally give you permission to break that vow and not pass up the good deal.
Well, it's different. Like featherweights are always on the table. Like that's what I'm looking for because a long time ago, when Isaiah was a grommet, we were at a thrift store and he walked up to this metal box and he's like, "Oh," and he opened it up and it was a featherweight.
Wow.
So like I have yet to find one in that condition sense.
Wow.
I guess no machines till March. February only 20.
Do it.
All right. I will be back. I'm going to go put my cloth down and get another beverage that I will not hopefully fling across the room.
But will you buy one?
Oh, but
More once a collector. Always a collector. Absolutely, Barry. Like I say I won't, but like if I see something that's rare or if I don't have it, I will.
Right.
That seems sensible to me. All right. Am I still roboting?
Yes, you're like a good 5-second delay.
Oh, Philly. All right. Be right back.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. I thought it was me, so I restarted and re-entered. All right, let me.
Oh no, Waternay, her internet goes in and out sometimes.
All right.
It would not be the internet if we did not have problems. And you know what, Spectrum? On the West Coast, we all have Spectrum, and I'm looking at you, Spectrum. Hello.
Hello. Okay.
There
now
you
the
are.
camera's back. I'll be back.
Okay.
Hold my hair.
All right. I have been able to treadle and everything moves with my hat piece, so that's awesome. Now I have to figure out how to thread this machine.
And it's a singer, so it goes right to
And
left.
backwards. I know.
Yeah.
Like it's not my weight. Maybe I should.
It's really funny. I had to learn with the whites because I learned with all the old antique singers. And the first white I purchased, I'm like, what's wrong with this sewing machine?
She runs backwards.
Oh, I had to learn the hard way. Oh.
It's just a different way. I know, because I'm so used to having singers, but I had my Kenmore and then Brunhild. So I always have to check. I'm like, what machine am I sewing at? All right, the thread guide through the loopy thingy.
Same with fabric. You'll see a great deal at a thrift store, and that beautiful fabric has to come home. I'm like that. I am definitely like that. I've purchased drapes, shower curtains, all kinds of things where I like the print, and I'm like, okay, I want to make something out of this.
I know, but I've been trying to stop myself from the more unusual home decor fabrics for certain things because I don't like the way they feel against my skin. But it doesn't matter because you line everything.
I line
it. I don't need to line them usually.
And that's the thing. If it's questionable fabric, and that's why I started lining everything because I'm one of those people who's allergic to certain laundry soap. And For some reason, there are certain fabrics I'm not, but there's other ones I don't even try. I don't chance it. I don't even give it the opportunity to find out. So I do line everything. And like there's certain materials I can't have anything rubbing on my skin like that. Like this
Mhm.
carpet material, I'm gonna line everything with that.
Right. Because it's going to be so scorchy.
Or where like but it's weird though because I have ponchos from Puerto Vallarta from Mexico that were handmade and they're not itchy.
Yeah, there's something about the man-made synthetic fabrics. They're super awesome. Okay, come towards me. Oh, just hit
But that's like wool. It's like 100% don't wash it in anything warm wool, you know.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's different, and it depends on the animal species. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's fine. Sorry, I'm super distracted playing with this new machine right now.
Sorry, I'm eating chocolate. Thank you so much for stopping by, Barry. It was great to
Yes.
hear from you. Absolutely. You are always welcome here. You can stop by anytime. Thank you so much.
Oh, maybe I should try to make a new bobbin thread for this ancient. I don't know what I'm sewing with right now. Okay. Okay.
Oh man, that box of chocolates.
Did you just like go Viking on an entire box?
Well, it's a small box. And obviously someone found it in their house, aka my mother. Was like, "Hey, do you want this?" She didn't even get to the end of "want this." I was like, "Yes, thank you."
Sold.
Well, what she does is she first thing you're doing is winding a bobbin. Um, my mom buys mass amounts of seized chocolate during the holidays.
I do have some pre-wound bobbins. The problem is I don't know how to. I need to find the tail end so I can get it to sew. I don't know this machine makes me feel dumb. I'm like, it's so
No,
different from all my other machines.
every single machine is a learning process. Every single machine. It's like the new car. I don't like any of it, but I have to learn how to drive it. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's new, so everything I'm like, I don't like this. Why is this beeping at me? Why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
But I kind of just have to get used to it.
But do we, or are we just going to be the people who complain about it?
I'm gonna be like Will Smith and iRobot. You think I'm playing? Everybody's gonna be in their flying car, and I'm gonna be walking down the street with a gas can, hop in a storage unit, and pop out with a motorcycle, just like Will Smith did in iRobot. When they ban gas, I'll be officially a pirate.
That is, oh my God, don't even. Why are you pushing all my buttons?
But if you think about it, it's only really here, you know.
Or will you just use that excuse to buy an electric Harley?
No.
You know I want one. You know I want one. It's so bad. They're quiet, and I bet they run clean. That's why I want one, because I bet they run really clean. I've been because I need new shocks in my car. I've been driving the RAV4. When you're on the street, it tells you the speed limit, and it beeps if you go past the speed limit.
No.
And I'm like, oh no, you do not.
I do not consent.
You should be able to set that for not to beep at you at all, or at the speed limit, or 5 miles over, or you
Yeah,
should
but the
have
fact that they can track you in the first place is the beeping is secondary to you being tracked.
And I think that's what tripped me
In
out
my
the most, because I drove all over LA. Oh, the See's chocolate. Like, they're making my Girl Scout cookies look just junky after eating a box of See's chocolate. Like, and also it was weird because every street I go on in LA has different speed limits. Like one's 35, one's 40. The freeway goes from 65 to 70 depending on where you are, and it kept up with every single place I was.
No. No.
And it's tripping me out because I'm already kind of jumpy, and the car's beeping at me, and I'm like, "What car? What do you want?"
No, I'm gonna stick to the car that I don't owe any payments on. No.
That's one thing I love about my Flex and my truck is that they're like, I own it. I own them. I can do anything I want to them, you know?
Yes. And they don't beep at you.
It's like, it's weird. But again, I'm old school, so I'm used to just putting a key in a car and like driving. And the radio is so complicated. Too many options for a touch screen. Like, I have Sirius radio in my Flex, okay? And it just has the option like, hey, this is the receiver. You go down the line, you pick your station. In the RAV4, it has pictures.
No, it's so distracting. Like, what the actual F?
I can't. I sat there for 20 minutes at the bank trying to figure out how to program certain things. Like, okay, because I can't drive and futz around with all of this stuff.
No, that does not sound safe.
I still I've been driving that thing for a while, and I have not looked down to see that it was tracking me. That was weird.
Well, as long as you don't have hieroglyphs and black helicopters following you, I don't understand what the problem is.
The first world problems. These are all first world problems. I'm not claiming to have anything but first world problems.
So, sorry to be Miss Chaos coming on here tonight. How's everyone doing?
The same old. Let's see. Oh, I unplugged it. Let's see if it's still firing.
Oh my god! Wow, these are beautiful stitches. There's something up with my pedaling, but
everybody wants to run an intervention on me. Phoenix scored. People say that I need professional help for purchasing this one. My mountain of Girl Scout cookies behind. But hold on. Oh, it's firing even better. Oh, it's working even. This thing was not working. And it's got that helicopter sound.
I feel like I need to break out a sewing machine to start cleaning right now.
You know what? I'm glad that you guys are here. I taking this stream off. It feels great. I've had a box of chocolate. I got my Girl Scout cookies here. I'm enjoying this stream.
You have a mint chip ice cream sewing machine there.
You know, I like avocado or Tijuana teal. I just like saying Tijuana teal.
I've not heard that descriptor before.
You've never heard Tijuana teal? If you go like anywhere in southern Arizona or in northern Mexico, the houses are green, orange. You know, they're all different colors, and Tijuana teal is a thing. And yes, Tijuana teal is my stripper name. Now on the stage, Tijuana teal.
No, mine's just Phoenix Electra.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. That's better than Dad Bod. Now on the stage, Dad Bod.
Yeah, you're not going to get a lot of tips with that one. Or you're gonna get a shit ton of tips. I can't tell. That could go either way.
Oh gosh, that good. Yeah, so Tijuana teal is one of my favorite colors. Like it's southwestern colors, you know, when it's that weird sunset color. That's the one thing I miss about Arizona. They had the most beautiful skies.
I'm checking the chat, so make it sure, so I can make sure I say hello to everybody.
In the right club, you can pay off 10 mortgages with a dad
It's
bod.
true.
This is true. See,
Oh, maybe
let's
if I
see.
get
Instead of, maybe you need to call yourself chocolate teddy bear or something.
No, Senor Sewing Machine. It's a working title. You didn't jump. You didn't jump. You didn't jump at Senor Sewing Machine, so it's a working title. You always know a winner because people react when people are like, "Oh, bless your heart, that's nice." That's not a winner. Nope.
I'm gonna vote word chocolate bobbins or something.
Oh, chocolate bobbins for the win. I like that.
That's my submission.
Let's see what else. What else I have in my notes? I went off today. I'm over my local Walmart. Oh, okay. First off, I didn't go off enough about spoilers. I watch a television show every Friday, and I literally have to stay off the internet after 5:00. And I was shaving. I was like, it's very rare that I'm alone because my child's with me all the time. So I had 3 TVs going in my house. I was walking around being an adult, making noise, and I was shaving, and I stupidly went on YouTube and instantly popped up the spoiler. They showed the end of the show I was watching, and I still had an hour left.
Oh no.
It's kind of my fault and because I thought YouTube wouldn't have spoilers, but then I forgot that like I'm subscribed to people who talk about this show. But they usually don't post till Saturday, but it was a good one, and so everybody wanted to be the first, And also, let's see what else. Oh, I'm over the car. Oh, and furry coats are popular. I was ahead of the curve.
Well, didn't you say that you were seeing them coming?
I didn't realize how huge they are. And you know what's funny? People are trying to pass some of this stuff off as designer, and I'm like, I know you got that at Walmart, brother. I know you got that at Walmart. Like, let's be real. My favorite vest, I will tell anyone that listens, I got it from Amazon because it was such a deal. Like, I'm not scared to tell people I bought something from Amazon, because whenever I see it I see it on TV, and I'm like, oh, Amazon vest. Prime Day, they must have sold
I
them.
appreciate Allie saving me from needing to buy an Amazon purchase when I could use this 40 per pound nylon. If I can get it tight enough.
I feel like it, Ollie. I feel like I was ahead of the curve there, and there's video proof that I was months ahead of the trend. It's weird. There's a Chisme show I watch, and like they cut to these people. Every single one of them were wearing a furry goat, but it was like the exact material that I use, and they're trying to pass it off as designer, and I'm like, maybe you paid designer prices for it, but that's some downtown material if I ever spotted it. It's weird how trends go, but also it's not about, I guess it's who makes it. I don't know. What makes it designer?
Paying 4 figures for something?
Yeah.
Back in the day, the couture houses had to meet certain criteria. They had to have, because I was reading what is her name? Genevieve something something. And she talks about how the couture houses have certain, in order to be called couture, you have to have like a certain number of collections and only sell in certain ways and things like that. So maybe for something to be quote unquote designer, we have to have that are there official standards or something that just differentiates them from like regular in-store stuff?
I've always wondered about that, especially like with stuff, you know, because I watch Refashioned Hippie. I've actually got into her channel because she compares the knockoffs compared to like the stuff you're paying $5,000 for a pair of pants, which is insane. And sometimes the knockoffs are better made. So it's one of those extremely strange things.
It's working! It's alive! It's alive!
Alibaba has some oiling tips for you.
Okay. Oh, take the belt guard off, and there's a little hole in there that needs to be. Okay.
That was a total Frankenstein moment. It's a lie.
I was like, oh my God, I'm sure. Okay, so the belt guard is this little chrome disc at the end here.
Whenever you see me do this in a video, that is pure glee. That is me like, yeah, because I've been sitting here for 2 hours trying to get something going, and then it just decides to start working, you know?
Did you do that when you got Tijuana Teal going?
No, because I got it going on stream. I was actually shocked because it just wasn't firing. And then I guess it was ready for showtime. It was like, put me on stage because I'm not going to work backstage. And it started working. So no complaints. Okay. And what is this material? Since you are our resident professor here, it's, I purchased it in a giant pile. It's rug-ish, but it's not thick. It's thin-ish. It's heavy. I'm gonna make a poncho or something out of this. This is like I don't know, what is this?
I mean, I'm like just like a woven upholstery fabric.
I think that's what it is.
That's what I said.
Alibaba says seat covering.
I do need to get on that because I am gonna make seat covers for my truck.
Not the chrome disc, the wheel.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. What did you say? You're gonna make seat covers out of it?
Well, I'm gonna make seat covers. I'm gonna make seat covers for my truck.
Nice. Out of that fabric?
No, because my truck, like, I don't know. Now that I'm gonna make seat covers, I want to make something funky. I'm gonna make each seat different. Or I could, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to. I live somewhere where it's hot, so I don't want to use vinyl.
No.
The original idea was green, and my pops wanted to recreate Porsche seats that were green and gray.
Okay.
It was a 1980s Porsche design. You can look it up. And that's the reason why I have miles of gray and green vinyl. I used to. Now I went through the whole roll. Chaps, shirts, vests, everything. But my whole point is there's no way in Hades I'm going to sit on that stuff. In the California summer, in my truck, I drive it to my job. So I'm sitting in that thing when it's 95, 102 outside, you know?
Yeah. No vinyl in the heat.
But I wanted to look clean and fancy, though.
Yeah.
I'm willing to, no, that's a lie. I'm not willing to suffer for fashion. I'm not. You'll never catch me in an uncomfortable pair of shoes. You'll never catch me, like, I'm weird.
A little bit inconvenienced, but I won't suffer, you know? Like, there are certain shoes, they're for going and looking nice when you go to dinner they're not for a long walk through the neighborhood, and that's okay with me. But I'm not going to wear shoes that are painful to, put on my feet or painful to wear at dinner. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna put your Saru boots on to go jogging.
No, but I can run in heels if I have to.
Oh, that's weird. When I see people do that, that's a skill. That is a life skill. Because that's a skill. You're using the balls of your feet on that.
Well, it's one of those girl skills you learn growing up.
It's true, like being able to take off your bra while wearing 3 shirts and not showing any testicles.
I mean, we all saw Footloose or Dealey Bob. Oh, dang it! Why does my brain always leave me when I'm trying to reference something? The Jennifer Beals. She played the stripper welder dancer chick. Help me out. And she took her bra off with her sweatshirt with the cut off sleeves.
Oh, is that is Footloose? No, it's not Footloose. That's
no, it's
yeah,
exactly.
Oh, what is it? Is it Footloose?
No.
Jennifer Beal.
We know exactly what I'm talking about, though. Actually, she wasn't a stripper. She was more of like an exotic dancer or cabaret dancer, maybe.
She's quite the actress.
Uh-huh. She's done a lot of stuff.
Get some jumping wheel guards here. Okay.
So have you oiled up the machine and everything, Phoenix?
I did do some pre-oiling. Allie's helping me with some oil spots that I did not know existed yet because the paper manual I have is I can't touch it or it's going to fall apart. And I was like, I'll just start with what I can see and then we'll go from there.
Well, you can download a manual from directly.
Yeah, Allie's got it. Allie hooked us up. The circus costume shop, I don't think would run without Allie, but
she's been in she's been in a lot of movies. Just an accomplished human. How come I've not seen one of them?
Flashdance.
It is. Thank you. It is Flashdance. How did I not know that? Do you know, now I have Fame stuck in my head for some reason. I think it's because it was on TV a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I watched a lot of television, and I remember that theme song. Fame, I'm gonna live forever. Just the opening gets you going. It gets you going.
And I had friends when I was at university who actually went to the JFK school for the performing arts, who went to that school that I went to school with.
That's better than like my only real claim to fame of my high school is Romy and Michelle's high school reunion was filmed at my high school. And my high school was only 6 years old when it was built, so it was like brand new when they filmed it there.
Oh Jesus! Can I put
But that whole prom scene and everything, that's in one of the multi-purpose rooms at my the high school I went to.
Okay, so little man decided he was going to crawl into the coffin case. So here's cat in coffin case. Do not break my stuff like you just broke my timber embroidery frame. And then the boys, they make me crazy sometimes.
Cats are like overactive children who just say no all the time.
They're like teenagers. Like, we joke that dogs are like toddlers, but cats are like teenagers.
Whenever I see an animal, I now hear Tony Baker in my head doing a voiceover.
I picture Billy Crystal for everything. When Isaiah was younger, he watched Monsters Inc. so many times. I can quote the first movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Mike Wazowski. That is such a good movie. that didn't sound well.
No, but I was trying to take a picture of little man. He's sitting on this pile of crazy that the coffin lid is sitting under, and his tail is just sticking out. He's like, I'm gonna tell him I want to be in the coffin, please.
So earlier, Phoenix was reminding me that I shouldn't buy Apple glasses. Why shouldn't I buy? I kind of want them.
I'm sorry, it cut out. You shouldn't buy what?
The Apple glasses.
Oh,
Those goggle. They're $3,000.
oh, is that all?
I'm not gonna spend $3,000 on them, by the way, but I kind of want them.
I mean, I've heard, oh, Apple glasses coming, blah blah blah, but I haven't heard any like specs about what they actually.
It's supposed to be the revolution. They're supposed to control everything. So if you like, I'm sitting in a room of Apple products. So imagine if I put one of those things on and walked in this room. I'd be able to control all my computers at once, my phones. That just sounds like ADD on steroids.
I do not consent. I do not give you consent to spy on me that much. Technology.
I have concerns about, they're already talking about, oh, screen time, protect your eyes, blah blah blah. And so I have a little concern about all these VR glasses being screens right in front of your eyeballs.
So supposedly you're going to be able to drive with these things and like walk around and interact with life.
Oh, they're like augmented reality glasses?
And there's a guy, it was really awkward though, because in the commercial, they show this guy, they're plugged in, he's wearing them in his kitchen and he's playing soccer with his kid in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, that's cool that you can do that, but like as a parent, A, we're not playing ball in the house. B, when I'm working, I'm not standing up at the kitchen counter. And if I have something plugged in, there will be no beverage near me. Like that whole scene made me nervous. That whole scene.
That's how I feel about that commercial for the migraine medication. And the mom is like running around in the backyard with her daughter and they're talking about, well, your migraine, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, that lady does not have a migraine. The people who wrote this commercial have clearly never had a migraine. I
would be standing in my hall closet because that's the only dark place in my house. It's the only place where I can fit where there's no light.
I tried to run outside and like climb a playground equipment. I'd be heaving my guts over the side of the playground equipment, passing out at the top. I don't know. I would not be smiling and running around with a small child.
Well, I think a lot of that is overborne. They do that on infomercials. I'm about to go off, but I won't go off about the guy with the fro with the Rogaine. I wasted 2 hours of my life to find out they paint their hair. I do not need a fro painted on my head. No, thank you.
I'm okay just not having anything. Just leave me alone, dude.
Well, I was like one late night. I was sitting here very vulnerable, and I saw an infomercial, and it was a dude, and they showed him bald, and then he was in a van about to go see his family, and he had this giant fro, and I'm like, oh, I want my fro back, and like, I want to say an hour and 15 minutes into it, they admitted that it's like the stuff they spray on your head to try to, it's like some weird concoction they spray to stimulate the follicles, but they're spray painting your head black.
So it's like a 2-for-1. You get a physical pretend hairdo while it grows your real hairdo. Is that what their plan was?
It's a step before plugs. It's new age, just plugs, really, if you think about it. It's the chia pet. It's the chia pet of plugs.
Kilroy has information. Kilroy says that screens hurt your eyes thing is an old myth. I just read recently that all that like up close reading and screens were not, that it was not a myth. So what's the new news? Or are you just being contentious for giggles?
No, I'll check meds. Do we need to have Phoenix checks Medscape Mondays? Like, I can do this. I can literally go through the research and journal articles if people are interested.
You know what's really funny? I do that. Like my mom has a real PhD, and she's like legitimately reads Boston Medical Journal and all that stuff. When I ask her certain questions, I'm like, okay, this is an educated answer because she shows me her references. You know, she's like, look at this. If you do this and eat this, you know.
I tried that tube mascara when it first came out back in the day, but I felt like I was going to lose half my lashes just trying to get it off.
Oh, I'm gonna go crazy with my Santee Alley Fabric. I've decided to make shirts, all kinds of things, because I have probably 60 yards of it.
So you're doing like a frugal February or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Well, I think I've kind of reached a point in my stash, and I've reached a point where like I can start pulling from my own stash at this point, you know.
You've done that 3 years ago.
I know, but I discovered downtown again.
That's why I'm on a low buy. I'm never on a no buy, but I also am like.
The funny thing is, though, is that like I used to go to Hobby Lobby and I would spend $75 and I would get like, a good amount of fabric, a good amount. I go downtown, I spend 35 to 40 and I get 9 times that much.
I was going to say that's the problem. Yes.
For the same fabric. So the problem is that I'm getting it at a wholesale. So I'm buying
for less.
Yeah.
Ooh, this machine needs to be against a wall because she's got wheels, and as I'm treadling, she's like, we're moving through the hallway.
Oh, that's awesome.
You could put a little stopper against one of the back wheel.
I could, or I need to rearrange my machines.
I get rid of machines when the motors are really powerful. It makes me laugh when they start hopping off my desk. It makes me laugh.
Have you tried the tube mascara, Kilroy? What do you think? Maybe the one I used just wasn't conducive to removal.
I don't know which. Give me a brand, but I love using an oil-based cleanser as my initial makeup remover step, and then I go in with something with my CeraVe water-based, and then wash it all off. But some of the stuff is so waterproof, like you can't. It need the same dissolves like. So if it's an oil-based or waterproof stuff, you need an oil to start it, or it will. It's in the name. Moisture resistant, will not wash off.
I like the I used to use when I would go dancing the Maybelline in the orange tube, and it was it was really thickening because I have pretty long lashes. They're just fine. And it was nice because I wouldn't end up with dark circles under my eyes from that mascara. And
Yeah.
it was so thickening. I would get like random compliments on my eyelashes. It was amazing.
You know what I have stuck in my head now? Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, wait, was it Maybelline? No, CoverGirl.
Do you know how ruined we are? Do you know, like, if I ever go crazy and someone asks me, like, what's your name? I'm legitimately going to say, maybe it's Maybelline. Like, we are so conditioned as humans. We are so conditioned as humans.
Hey, dude, stop chewing my patterns. Oh, God. I will post this video later because I can't show it what's going on in real life right now.
Is your cat just having a field day over there?
Yes, he's underneath the coffin with... Oh, I'm not even recording my video. Okay, he's underneath the coffin in my pattern basket, and he loves to chew paper, and there's just a paw sticking out, as the rest of him is in the Sphinx coffin. Yeah, put your paw away. Do not eat my patterns, shithead. Okay, thank you.
Do you know what's funny, Kilroy? The second I read Rice-A-Roni in San Francisco treat, the commercial kicked. See, I'm conditioned.
Yes, with the
I'm
trolley car. It's the red one.
The San Francisco treat. I still have a ton of Memorex stuff. I have Memorex floppy disks in here. I still have unopened Memorex tapes for recording that are still wrapped in the plastic.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah. I actually saw it recently in the middle bedroom, and I'm like, oh, man, if I gave you to someone under 30, they wouldn't even know what to do with this thing.
That's why when I see little small humans, small humans think this is telephone, and it's one of my missions in life. This is telephone. This is not telephone. This is a telephone. This is not a telephone. I don't know what this is. This actually, I do know. This means I'm going to sleepy time. This is sleepy time.
To me, this is like you're either like a security guard or you're in the Secret Service or you're a football coach.
I can understand like this being telephone, but I've never.
No, that's not telephone either. No, there's only one telephone that's like this.
Because like you hold it and it's on speaker, blah 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 blah. But I wouldn't like. How are you even holding your phone like that?
I have it on speaker because I have a big giant face. So I always have my phone out. An online friend of mine was setting to make a pattern. She unrolled the paper and then her dog laid down on it and started ripping and biting it. Oh, that's the worst.
Because pattern paper is not cheap.
Go ahead, please.
When I got my dress form, the people were selling, they had pattern paper and muslin and tracing paper. And I wish I had gotten the tracing paper too, but I just got the pattern paper and the muslin. I got so many yards for, what did they sell it for me? Like, sell it to me for like $50 or something like that for yards and yards of muslin and yards and yards and yards of pattern paper. Hello, Gilly. How are you doing?
How's it going, Gilly? We're just hanging out tonight. Phoenix is showing off her amazing sewing machine. I'm eating a box of C's chocolate and a box of 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. But I haven't got to the shortbread ones yet. So if I get quiet, you'll know where I am.
Oh, goodness. My mother's been making noise about shortbread yesterday and today. Last night she says, when is more shortbread coming? Just planning.
I got yelled at today by mine because she was like, I can't be your accomplice anymore. Because I'll call her and be like, I need an accomplice. And she's like, what are we eating? But she told me to stop buying Girl Scout cookies. But it's that time of year. They're gonna be gone, and I'm gonna put them in the freezer. And 6 months from now, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, Do you know I found tortilla pizza rolls in my freezer that were from the plague?
Are they still good?
We'll never know because my son and I like I don't play when it comes to food. When it comes to things like that, like I do not play. If it's past the expiration date, it's gone.
Yeah.
But my son's a teenager and he's like, "Oh, but what about this?" And I'm like, "We do not negotiate. We do not negotiate."
Especially when you can just, go to the store, get some more, and skip the food process, food poisoning.
I think that's because I actually have had real food poisoning. I do not play. That was a glorious day though. Really quickly, my son has ASD, and when he was younger, like, he was little shark and I was big shark, and he could sense that I was weak. And I'll never forget, I had this really fancy lamp on an end table, and I was so weak I couldn't move. And he was pushing it off the table, and I looked at him and I said, "Do it." And he pushed it off and he walked away. I had real food poisoning. I was weak. I couldn't do anything. I was a wet noodle.
I tried the recipe Alibaba, and my mom didn't care for it. It was too melty. She didn't care for the texture.
Gilroy, I have an accent.
Is that what we're calling it?
You want to know the truth? When I was a kid, I used to talk like this, and then I got speech therapy, and I learned to open my mouth, and it changed my life. So sometimes I still slur my words every once in a while. I have a Sylvester tongue, so I have to slow down.
It's easy to get tongue-tied sometimes.
It is, but tongue-tied, you can get caught up with your words, and then there's literal tongue-tie, and they're different.
This is true. My mom had a surgery for tongue-tie.
Yep, an ankylosing revision.
Mm-hmm. Apparently her tongue was too attached, and it was affecting her breathing.
Yeah, yes.
Technically, that makes me bilingual. Speaking USD.
So you're like quadrilingual then, because you've got some Spanish. Oh my god, I need to put this machine against the wall because I'm like my butt's sliding, my machine's sliding. We're like dancing over here in the costume shop tonight.
Do you have one of those little pink pearl erasers? Stuff that under the back tire, the back wheel.
Oh my god, who has a pink pearly eraser anymore? I do know what you're speaking of. Don't make me feel old, woman.
I still buy those things. I'm gonna be the last guy on earth. Me and my gas can, my motorcycle, and my erasers. I read a lot of Isaac Asimov as a child, so it's eerie to me that iRobot is kind of becoming real. And the Halloween tree by Ray. I can't remember his name. The Halloween tree by Ray Bradbury. Is that his name?
That is the name of an author. I don't know if he wrote the Halloween tree or not.
He did. It's right in front of my face. I just need to put my glasses on. Ray Bradbury. I have all my sci-fi books in that weird dowry chest that I bought at the Goodwill a while ago. So I have them literally with they're right there.
It's all right for tonight. I'll just rearrange.
So, Alibaba, you were folded in half backwards? What
in
were
a horrible
you doing?
car accident.
Oh my goodness. How did you end up folded in half in a car accident? Were you doing a back bend at the time?
I didn't see that one.
Wow.
I survived a car accident that I shouldn't have, so I get it. You can. I still sketch, I still write with pencils, and so I have erasers everywhere. And I have a high school aged child. They still use number two pencils.
No, HB number 2.
They still do. which was it made me feel cool because I have a bunch of number 2s. I was like, I got you, kid. When we got the syllabus for the class, I was like, I got colored pencils, I got everything.
I loved getting school supplies when it was time for a new school year.
When I was in
we used to have to go to the Hess's Husky Kids section when I went shopping with my grandma because I was specially formed.
I still talk about it. We went to the J.C. Penney outlet in Northridge, California that does not exist anymore. It was all of last year's clothes. I loved it. My parents were like, you can get anything you want in here. I loved that place. Every year we went there.
Wow, Alibaba, that sounds horrifying.
It does.
Killing was apparently, his ears were twitching earlier.
I still find projects and papers in black. Dixon, Ticonderoga, pencils. Hey, I have a few myself.
Yes.
I like the black ones. You know what I really like? The black wing pencils.
Ooh,
Those are...
you're posh. Hey, Skids.
Hello,
It
Skits.
should have killed me. I would have killed 99% of others. I was that one that had different spine. Wow. I think I no longer smoke nicotine, which you should never do. But like that and my wiry nature is the reason why I survived my car accident. My little buddy's chilling here with me watching. Awesome. Hello. Yay. Do you know what's really funny? In my town, people will drive past the pole that I hit and they call it Williams Pole. They're like, look, that's Williams Pole. But I survived a car accident and they had to replace it. They had to put parking ballards in front of it. It's a big deal. Like they should have had them there in the beginning, you know. But like it's so funny the things that get renamed. I'm not bougie enough for black wings. Plus, black wings are a meme. Plus, I can buy enough Dixons to last me a year for cheap. Okay. So, when I was going through my pops' hoardings, long story short, I never have to buy a pencil again. I found a box of Snapple pencils. I was like, oh, cool. He bought 500. No. He had 6 or 7 boxes of 500.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I guessed it right, like 2,500.
Isaiah, all the time. Isaiah pulled out a number 2. I was like, oh, that's not a. How did you not have a Snapple pencil? Like I have. When was the last time you heard anyone talk about Snapple?
I know. Who's like Snapple? Who knows Snapple is a bottled tea drink?
It was bougie. It was bougie even back then.
It was. And then there was the Arizona teas that took him over, and I was like, "Ew!" I went to the corner store and got an Arizona tea.
I still, you know what? I cried when they took the dollar off because they can no longer claim it's $1 because of taxes and everything else around the country. Because it used to be $1 no matter where you went. Don't search Williams Pole. I got into a major car accident and survived, and I was like Alibaba said, I robbed Mr. Death that day.
You said, Satan, hold my beer.
I said, not today. Nah, I got things to do. That's my saying. Like, if I'm sick or if like I'm like, nah, man, I don't have time. I have things to do. That is literally my saying. Like, nope, I don't have time for that. I have things on my schedule. Snapple, Apple, and Crown was my medicine for a few years.
Oh my goodness.
I was addicted. You know what? It's because when I was younger, my parents were addicted to it, so I was hooked on Snap. Plus, it was great for recycling back when we had actual glass.
And what they sold us on the lie that recycling was gonna like fix stuff instead of just be this shit show.
So,
sorry, I'm bitter.
Gilly, if you type in Phoenix Electra's Circus, it should pop up, but because I'm really impatient and sometimes it doesn't pop up. Sometimes if you hit Phoenix Electra's Circus Corset, her channel will come right up.
Oh, sweet! I'm one for my corset make. Awesome! I'm here for it.
Because there was a dance show called Phoenix Electra Circuit.
Yes, there's this like music person who's not who I don't understand. Like
I watch
they're
it because of
cool.
you.
They're cool, like, but that's it. Here, I will. Here's my YouTubes. I'll drop the link. And honestly, if you really cared about me, you'd follow me on Rumble and not YouTube.
And you know what, Gilly?
That's me
You know
being a
what?
bitch.
There's nothing wrong with stumbling ever. Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Oh, God.
I just wanted to drop in.
How's it going? How's it going, brother?
Sorry, I got a double from there. We go. Now I can hear myself better. I just want to introduce you to young Mr. Skits here.
Hello.
And,
Hello. How are you? I'm gonna make you big for a second.
Here a little bit.
How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
See you in person.
Nice to see you too.
What are you guys doing? Hanging out?
Yep, I was just playing some Minecraft.
Awesome.
All day too.
Minecraft. I love. You know what's funny? I love the Minecraft music.
It's awesome. It's an awesome music.
Absolutely. I could fall asleep. You know what? Tonight I might put that on to fall asleep too. I love the Minecraft music.
I literally bought for like $50 just so I could listen to the Minecraft music.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Just to get the original the original music so I could just listen to it in the background.
Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a roommate who played a lot of Mass Effect back in the day, and even when it wasn't on, I would hear all the like ethereal music in my head. And
Yeah.
I'd wake up and I'm like, "Were you still playing that?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm dreaming Mass Effect."
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm giving this back to you now.
And now I just have the Minecraft song blaring in my head. Now, those were some of my best memories when Isaiah was a young kid. I would just sit on the couch and be playing Minecraft. I'd pass out. That music puts me out. How's your night going, Skits?
It's going good. It's going good. We're about to. I downloaded a few seasons of some Anthony Bourdain, and we're gonna start crashing out to watching some of that. You know, broaden his food horizons a little bit and educate him. And
Nice.
I think we'll have a fine evening. And then we visited the candy shop today. So I got myself some lovely marzipan.
Wow.
And he got all kinds of stuff. Like there's this chocolate that they have like edible paint on that makes it look like just like a big rock. And what's hilarious / stupid enough about the store is in the middle of this entire candy store, which is essentially everything's edible, right? In the middle of it, they sell rocks that look like candy.
Yeah.
And it's like you are just asking, and just a little sign about yay big, like on a label maker that says not candy.
That's a terrible idea.
Right?
You know what though? When I was a kid, I used to buy candy cigarettes from the ice cream man.
Don't
Like,
even talk about candy cigarettes. There's children present.
And we got this, which is just chocolate made to look like a rock.
Oh wow!
It looks like treasure from a video game.
Right? But if you see where he took a bite out of it already.
I loved Two Fat Ladies, Alibaba.
Sweet.
Oh my gosh, I love that show.
I know, I did too, Kilroy. Oh my god, that was like, oh my god, my favorite corner store growing up had candy cigarettes.
Attack.
Ours was gum. They were bomb. You know what's so funny? Like people thought that was cool back then. Because I remember my dad was like, "Oh, those are awesome." Like basically promoting nicotine.
Was it promoting nicotine or promoting candy? I'm not quite sure. Like,
I was
Little column A, little column B.
as a kid, I was addicted to like lemon heads. I would buy bomb bags, which are basically like
fireballs.
Bomb.
Anyway, I just wanted to hop on and show off the young man, introduce him to my some important peoples in my lives here. And
Oh, you're
I
awesome.
got to be here tonight because it's been a hot minute, honey.
yeah,
It's great to see
great
you.
to see you. And yeah, we're gonna go watch some Anthony Bourdain and pass the hell out.
Great
Have a
seeing
good
you, my
night.
friend.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye, young Mr. Skits.
Great seeing you, brother.
Say goodbye,
Enjoy
Mr.
your new
Mr. Fitz.
pussycat. She's beauteous.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I got some nice pic. I'll post them in the Twitter.
Okay.
The cat
Nice.
just jumps up on the bed and just lays next to Mr. Skits there. Oh, it's so cute, so cute.
You are my human. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Have a good night, guys.
I love
I like
Mrs.
what-
Crocum.
I like what Gilly said. The movies did program us. And you know what's funny though? It's not just the new age ones because I grew up with much older parents. Like my parents were senior citizens by the time I was 10. All the old black and whites, everybody's smoking. The bellhop, the kid selling the newspaper smoking. The dog is smoking. Especially in those old movies. Like Casablanca is that's my happy place. I love that movie. Pay attention to how many people, like every scene, somebody's got a cigarette in their hand.
Mhm.
And I am a Lemonhead. That's Professor Lemonhead.
That's Professor Lemonhead to you, sir.
Oh, now I'm craving Lemonheads. I wish I had the teeth, really.
Have you ever had whorehound candy?
No.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
I've not, but I do know the plant whorehound, and she is a sweet, bitter bitch. If you do ask my opinion. Oh,
Whorehound candy is kind of like, it's more root beery than root beer. It's like, it's kind of, but it's got kind of that vibe to it.
I grew up in a smoker house too, Kilroy. I grew up in a old. Well, my pop smoked outside, but I grew up around smokers as well. But again, I grew up in the late, like in my era, they still had smoking sections. You could still smoke. When I was a kid, you could still smoke at Dodger Stadium. They had a smoking section. I remember because I would go with my father.
Where you could punch in for $2.50 for a pack of cigarettes at Denny's or Perkins or whatever. Because
you get you in the perfect mood for a smoke. I still watch those old movies. In a weird way, I kind of prefer them, but that's just me. I'm antiquated. Oh, I watched this. I watched this. I need to get off of Twitter. People keep on subscribing to me. Let's see where I am on Twitter. Let's see if I reach
Twitter. I really enjoy it.
I'm at 3,978. I can't quit. I have to keep on. I gotta feed.
Yes, you gotta keep up the Twitter grind. X grind.
It was awful.
It was just different. It wasn't awful. It was just different.
I grew up.
It was awful.
In the smoke. Do you know? I never noticed how hardcore it was until I started traveling to Vegas, not smoking and drinking. And I would come home smelling like beer and cigarettes, even if I didn't do it, you know.
Yeah, that was just a cloud of smoke everywhere. I don't know. You know, I admittedly am a little bit sensitive to it. It just, like, not sensitive as in, like, it doesn't give me asthma or anything, but it's always just been so, like, strong and irritating to me and kind of, headachy, that kind of thing.
A sore spot.
I think it's because I was raised around it. I'm desensitized to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, it still trips me out that people don't eat fish. But I grew up, my pops was a sailor, like he was like, yeah, I found this stuff around the world. Let's eat it,
Mm.
And my mom, in her culture, besides cooking bananas, nunca en mi vida will I
I'm
eat plantain.
accepting, but not the plantains.
They're gross. Not a fan.
Oh, the Dominican way of cooking the plantanos is so good, but it's like a double fried smash situation. Like,
My dad smoked a pipe, Kilroy. I love that smell. My storage unit still smells like Captain Black. Everything in there smells like Captain Black.
Yeah, pipe smoke does not bother me the same way cigarette smoke does.
I'm not a fan, Gilly. I'm not a fan, and like, it's just not my thing. It's not my thing. And I've been there to those countries, and still had them presented to me, cooked in front of me, and still wasn't good enough.
no, you gotta fry and smash them and then deep fry them again. That's how you're. But who doesn't love anything deep fried?
Captain,
so at the butcher, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, at the butcher shop today, we walked around the freezer section and they have prairie oysters and all sorts of funny things, and I'm like, am I gonna be brave and try these or just pussy out?
Do you know what's funny? When I was a kid, oysters were cheap. We used to eat them all the time.
Yeah, but prairie oysters are not oysters. Oysters are good. Prairie oysters are terrifying.
What's that water name?
I said prairie oysters are not the same thing.
Oh, no, now I'm craving oysters.
No.
Scallops.
Yes, we can crave oysters, but you don't know what prairie oysters are.
No, I don't. But I know what a gas station chimichanga is. You know what's really funny? I ate that gas station, that famous gas station chimichanga, somewhere in Southern Oregon.
And I don't know where you're talking about.
That was I don't know if that was the first or second time that was like the second time I got food poisoning because I knew what it was. Whoa, come on! You eat a gas station chimichanga and you feel sick, you'll know what.
That's like eating gas station sushi. Like, there's some things like you just don't do.
Do you know what's really funny? My son ate some gas station sushi and didn't get sick, but he also has the constitution of a teenager. They can eat a bowl of termites.
No, he's got Ellie's Neanderthal constitution.
I know what Rocky Mountain oysters are. I've had them.
That's prairie oysters are the same thing.
Oh,
I saw them at the grocery store today, and I looked at them in the freezer section. I was like, I've never seen you before in real life.
I eat lengua burritos. The place where I eat them is right next to my son's MMA class. I thought that was really ironic. Same parking lot.
We can come visit. I saw that in the freezer section also.
Oh, I love lengua burritos. It's if I grew up if I grew up anywhere else, I wouldn't eat half the stuff that I do. I love Armenian food. I love Thai food. I had Chinese food yesterday.
Have you ever had Ethiopian food?
Yes.
So good. So good.
We have
but it felt like ironically weird because I grew up hearing that like all the Ethiopian kids were starving, and then I like ate their food and I'm like, how can you have such wonderful food if you're starving?
We get lied to about countries though, because like they always show a certain side of Nigeria, but I'm not kidding you. If they turn the camera around, Nigeria looks like Manhattan. They're oil rich. How could they not? Like, there's certain parts of Africa they show that it looks like Manhattan. I recently watched a video. I was like, oh man, that looks like Seattle, or they're in Cameroon or something, you know.
Well, that's when you have,
Dubai.
you know, political problems.
And let's keep in mind, let's not go down the Sarah Palin road. Africa is a continent. It's huge.
You mean I can't see Russia from my backyard? What do you mean? But that's my
I've been there.
I want to see them.
I've been there, and it doesn't say Russia anywhere. When you look out, you just see more land or water. So Sarah Palin's crazy. That's like being in Seattle and being like, you know, when I look out, I can see Canada from my house. It just doesn't make sense. Like,
No,
I get it,
think
and I
this is
don't.
where I can see Canada across the river.
I know.
Go to Buffalo, go to Niagara Falls. You can literally see Canada, though. Like, I've been places where I could see that place. Like Eagle Point.
I'm just saying, like if you go, like when I was in Maine, I'll never forget, we were in the woods and they all looked at me and they're like, we're in Canada now. And I'm like, how do you know that? If there's no border, if there's nothing there, it all looked like the woods to me.
Here.
I'm gonna run on the platform that I see Ethiopia from my backyard. I like that too. I'll vote for that ticket.
Well, because the Earth is flat, all you need is a really strong telescope.
Oh, don't say that too many times. This is gonna be again. You get me canceled, and the stream is gonna get boosh. They're gonna shut it down.
That's
All
why
gonna
we
come with
cast a Rumble where we can talk about all our flat Earth machinations. Sewing machines.
First of all, here in this house we believe in science.
But who science? Because that Harvard researcher who had a whole bunch of stuff they needed to retract and poor research data. Like, how can you? I believe good science with good researchers. I don't believe all science. I refuse
to even have the flat Earth talk. I refuse to even entertain that. To even go down that road. I refuse. Okay, if we're going down that road, Australia exists. Everything is round.
We don't feel like it for much, but if you're a flat earther, you might be banned.
I don't even entertain that. Do you know, a long time ago, someone I really respect, I actually freaking love this person. He looked at me and was like, I don't think the Grand Canyon exists. 6 months later, we went with our families. We went, and I was like, look. I don't know if he was pulling my leg. I don't know, but like, I don't know if he wanted a free trip.
Geologist propaganda.
We went, and I was looking at him like, remember that thing you said 6 months ago in the car? Like, oh, and there's just American Georgia. The rest isn't broken to sell to us yet. Oh, I've been there too. That exists too. And contrary to popular belief, Alaska is literally half the size of America.
Alibaba says that the Saskatchewan Dakota border was uneventful.
Okay.
There's just certain borders that like you go to, and there's like you walk over and you're like, oh.
Oh no, but there's the one from last year that wasn't from Alberta to wherever, where at least 5-6 folks, they call them the whatever for the Kunst for, but it's like way more folks who crossed the border and protest we're standing up with the convoy from Canada's convoy, not like our new convoy.
Oh my gosh, when that was going on, because I live next to a main vein of main freeway, that was real. Like, there were trucks. Isaiah and I took hundreds of pictures of the convoys going. That was unreal. As someone who's grown up next to a freeway, it was unreal to see so many big rigs on the road.
Well, I'm used to it. It's called snow season when they can't go over the path and they can't go with chains. They're like, sorry. And there's like miles long of, but that's not the convoy I'm talking about. But yeah, similar, lots of big trucks.
You wish it was a little bit taller? You wish it was a baller? Is that what?
That's a skilo.
Oh,
Actually, Kilroy, Too Short has a radio show on Sirius on LL Cool J's Rock the Bells. Because I'm always in my car for some reason. I think his show is on at like 7 or 8 in the morning on the weekend, and I always catch his show. And you know what's really funny? Too Short is actually extremely progressive. Like I'll be listening to Rock the Bells, and you'll hear a rock song. You'll hear like electronica. Too Short loves music. I was really surprised. Like he has an ear. I was really shocked. He has a really eclectic ear too. Gosh, it makes me feel so old. Do you know I listened to like Rock the Bells in the 70s, 80s, and 90s station in my car? And you know, I think it's wrong that there are giant screens in cars now. So people like me who are easily distracted. I'm not kidding you. I was driving like this. Trying not to look at the screen like this because it's weird.
I mean, what's on the screen to distract you while you're driving?
It's like a computer, you know. It does everything. It doesn't have YouTube on there for a reason because I will. I mean, if I could watch my Chisme shows and drive,
Oh no!
I would get so much done during the day.
See, now though you're driving, you're like, what?
I think that's what it is because I used to have a crazy, exciting life, and now I lead the soccer dad life, and so I vicariously live through these people. And I'm mad at choices other people made. I don't even know. Oh, I love it. I love it. You're right. I there was one time I drove to Vegas with my phone and I watched YouTube videos the whole way there. It was distracting. Because like you'll watch a bunch of videos and then you're like, "Oh, I don't want to watch this kind of video." So you have to like find something else to watch, but you're in the middle of the desert. Don't worry. I have iPhone, so I lost reception out in the middle of nowhere. No reception was.
Set a playlist and hit play. And you're not supposed to be watching it. You're just supposed to be listening.
I pick like it depends. Like on long drives like that, I pick epic albums. I mean epic albums or Steely Dan. If you don't know Steely Dan is driving music. I can hear it right now. I want to say, gosh, 20 something years ago, I drove to Tacoma, Washington, and a friend of mine was like, "You into Steely Dan?" I'm like, "No." He handed me a few CDs. He's like, "You will be by the end of the trip." Funny thing is, I love Steely Dan now. He was right. But I drove all the way from my house to you know, that was the most north I've ever gone in my life, you know. So that was like the first real car trip I took by myself. That was awesome. Our Steely Dan, Joe Walsh, he gave me a few CDs. I could sing Life's Been Good to Me. That's such a good CD. Rock the Bells is a good one. That's like my era. That's all the music that I could sing. If I could sing the song, you know, I'm like, okay, I know what this is. That's why when you said, I wish I was a little bit, that came on today. And I'm like, first off, I remember when it came out.
I don't know why I got that confused with Too Short. Sorry, Skilo.
They're same height maybe.
Maybe I just had like short rapper in my head.
You know what though? Like, if you had the opportunity, would you be a one-hit wonder like Dexy and the Midnight Runners? He's
I mean,
still
it's
like he patterned that song to the point where you can't sing it.
it's
Only he.
it's better than a no-hit wonder. I mean, sure, I'd rather be a multi-hit wonder, but you know, I could
Yeah.
get by on one hit and do well with my life.
Depends on the song.
And if you're good with money management, if you can be a one-hit wonder and terrible money manager and make it all and lose it all and have nothing, versus the slow and steady grind,
Mm.
a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit.
I mean, I'd
Never
even
gave
take a
you
couple
up.
hits without the wonder.
Never gonna give. Okay, like Tesla, but who remembers Tesla that isn't like our age? You know.
So what are you talking about one of my bands for, dude?
I love Tesla.
Oh my god, of all the machines, this is the most complicated to feel like to get the rhythm to make it work.
Did you oil up the treadle?
That's probably the next place that needs to. I oiled a whole bunch, but there's some probably under the footy pieces that need some love and attention. True.
Sign everywhere. Sign. People keep looking. I know somebody who's a commercial actor. He lives in my neighborhood. He has jingles and everything. And he's kind of famous, and he lives in my neighborhood. He has more hits than like people we know. Oh, there was another
the
song.
stitching is so beautiful, though. I don't have my nice camera, so I can't zoom in, but
Hold on,
what
let
a
me make it
beautiful
big.
even stitch.
Do you know what's so funny? I used to love doing that. When I get a new machine, I just go in circles and see how it goes.
Yep, I'm going in squares. I'm like, how do you play nice? And this is one of the nicest machines. She Sphinx is nice.
You're inspiring me to go in my storage unit and look for that thing. I bet there's like 2 or 3 hidden sewing machines in there that I have like forgotten over the past 4 or 5 years.
And if you don't understand the electronics and just want a machine that sews amazing, get a one that does not have a computer, a motor. Get some type of a hand or foot operated machine. They're so simple and just way better than the modern shit. I'm calling it.
Does
I have
anyone know Keith Whitley?
I know the name. I can't think of any of the songs though.
Has anybody heard of King Missile?
Yeah. Oh, Cheesecake Factory, detachable penis. Oh my god, can we play?
I love King Missile. See, you have to be, if you're our age, then you know about King Missile. Like, it's an age test. That's like
No.
I woke up on 45th Street and I looked and my penis was missing again.
But if you ask like someone who is 25 about King Missile, they would look at you like you've lost your your marbles.
Oh, King Missile is one of my favorite bands that everybody hates to listen to, and I suffer them through frequently because I love them so much.
Oh, that's awesome,
Such a
Alibaba.
storied history, Alibaba.
Seriously. That's awesome. I'm gonna laugh like when I go to Canada and I found out that you're really famous.
I think they are. They're just quiet. They're a subtle human.
I like that though. No, because like I've known people who were like famous and they were not humble. Or like they knew everybody and they were not humble.
Hmm.
You know? I knew somebody that I've basically known my whole life. I can't well, long story short, I know somebody who has been through the ringer and they were never humbled. And they're
Well,
unironically on
people never
Twitter.
learn, and that's not your fault.
No, I know, but it's just weird. They have no shame. I think that's my whole thing. People who have no shame trip me out. That's my new thing. Like compulsive liars and people who get caught doing that and still are just like sitting there. That's so weird to me. When I'm caught, I'm like, hey, you caught me.
Right. Well, we try not to lie purposefully.
Ever.
Knowledge is not necessarily lying, and that's a different situation. But
I'm not really famous. Well, you know a lot of people. That's even better. Lots have bumped into me in their career, though. That's even better.
Alibaba's great if you want to play 6 degrees of
Separation.
exactly, it's 6 degrees of alley. We've got Marco Bear.
I used to love that because I know one person who knows one person that connects me to every other person on the planet. So I can play 6 degrees. Let's go.
Oh no, ancient. Well, I know a couple from the Infowerbers places. Well, nobody English no more.
Oh, thank you, Kilroy. I'm internet famous. Do you know what's so funny? People have caught on that I don't like saying I'm a YouTuber, so they ask me, they're like, so are you a YouTuber? And I'm like, technically, I'm going to spend a half an hour talking in circles of why I'm not, but I'm on YouTube 3 days, 3 days out of the week, and I post videos. Can we get a different label? Person who posts videos?
Yes.
Do you know what it was? It had such hardcore implications, and now that I'm a participant in that club, I'm like, oh, wow.
I identify as a person who comes.
I think it's also because I still hang out with senior citizens, so they constantly ask me that question.
Right, because YouTube's the only platform that they have heard about.
My mom loves Judge Judy, okay? You should have seen her face. When I walked into her study, I was like, I'm going to change your life. I just YouTube Judge Judy. I was like, and I walked out. She walked up to her computer. She was like, oh, every case ever on TV is on YouTube. All the new stuff she hasn't seen is there. I told her, I was like, I'm going to change your life right now. That's like when I gave her my Netflix code. She was like, I'm never going to use it. She's the only person who uses it now. It is infinite, and it's like all the famous cases, the not so famous cases, and it's funny because there's someone I know that sued a business owner I know, and I knew both of them, and they were on Judge Judy.
Oh,
It was so weird to see them. It was so weird to see them on because I know them in real life, and you see them on Judge Judy, and you're like, wow, they don't talk, and neither one of them ever brought it up. And the guy who owned the
There was
business,
probably NDAs, though. That could have been from the production and not from them. Their
True.
desires.
Well, they won, but the person who lost did spill the beans that win, lose, or draw, the show pays for the restitution.
hmm.
Oh, well, that's nice for both parts. Oh, everybody,
Yeah.
you get paid. You show up, you get paid.
Yeah. So, like, let's if you lose, you don't have to pay. The show's going to pay for you. Which is kind of incentive because you wouldn't want to go on TV and then be out you can't out like $4,000, because it's small claims. Didn't you see the story about the two friends that sued each other all the time and went on different courtroom shows? There's actually the younger generation is kind of weird, but there's people I know that go on reality TV show circuits. There's someone I know. I actually know this person in real life. They're semi YouTube famous. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's been on Catfish 3 different times. He was on Dr. Phil. He was on oh my gosh. He was
Don't
on
you
the
have to be on Catfish like 3 times? That's like a lady who got on fire. Like, how are you that gullible?
The catfisher.
he played first he was catfished and then twice he played the catfisher.
That's
yeah.
different turn of tides.
And I know this person. That's why I'm not gonna say his name because I'm sure he's watching. Hello. But he's been on what else has he been? He's been on a bunch of stuff. But that's like in LA, like all of those studios are next to each other.
Of course they are.
They're literally on Hollywood Boulevard, like Paramount, all that stuff is like it's all over there, you know.
I'm gonna get some water.
No, okay. It's on YouTube, so only way the different cases was incredible. Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff though, like there's a ton of stuff I used to watch that's on YouTube that I appreciate. Like all my British shows, all this stuff. I really appreciate that it's on YouTube. Unlike Star Trek, where I actually have to pay to geek out. I know you're anti-paying corporations.
Yeah, I am. But the stitches in this machine are so even and like
that's unreal how accurate that
is. The front side, I had to replace but wow, for not being touched for 65 years, I think this machine literally sat in somebody's house well maintained for 60 or just like covered over.
That is what I love about sewing or refurbishing old machines. That is the exact sentence I love is that thing hasn't been used longer than I, in my lifetime.
Yes, it's true. Longer than I've
exactly
older than I am.
That's crazy.
No matter how many years I live, it will still be older than I am.
Last of the Dogmen was my favorite movie as a kid. One day I just randomly saw it on YouTube and watched it. I love that. There's a bunch of stuff like that. You'd be surprised what's on YouTube. It's really surprising. Imagine suing each other that much. You'd think they'd eventually just agree to disagree and never see each other again. Yes. I would tell someone, like, you're obsessed with me. Get help. It was a step up. They did it to get paid, and the cases were outrageous claims. Yeah, you can do, like my friend, you can do the circuit. Like, and the funny thing is, like, he got paid a certain, like, a good amount of money to be on Dr. Phil because he brought his mother with him.
So there's a mama extra credit and level up mom.
She didn't approve of his lifestyle, but they really ramped it up because he had already been on TV and she likes the fact that he has a job.
And she has money for whatever her habits are.
So she kind of like played it up too. I don't approve. It's that I don't approve of your lifestyle, but a lot of that is acting. And unfortunately, because of the Cash Me Outside, I can't remember her name, but like because of her, Dr. Phil made people famous, and so they came out extra crazy after her. All of a sudden, all these sensationalistic shows started coming out from Dr. Phil. because she
Mhm.
got so famous off of that show. He's like, let's do it again. Let's do it again. You know?
Yeah, but he got his fame from Oprah, so it was he was platformed by somebody else to get. He had stepping stones.
What got me on YouTube was Wiley Coyote. I love
Coyote.
the old Roadrunner cartoons. If he wasn't before, Dr. Phil is purely sensationalism now. Yes. He's gotten 100% Hollywood. I'll just put it that way. Allegedly. I'm not trying to get sued. I'm sure somebody on there is telling the truth. Maybe.
It's true. You know who's always been a straight shooter? Dr. Drew.
He he very famously has meetings. Anybody can go see Dr. Drew right now. You could go to his he has meetings every week, like 2 or 3 times a week at that weird wellness center wherever he had the TV show. It's open to the public.
No, he's still. I listened to him back in the day, and I hear him occasionally now. I think if you're gonna listen to like medical stuff, if not, never mind. But he's a straight shooter.
I agree with you, Gilly. I'm so over skits and people acting on shorts. I'm over a lot of those because I'm one of those people. I'm like, is this real? Knowing it's not. You might as well watch Maury and Jerry Springer. At least you might see a brawl.
Right?
Oh, those were great. Those were glorious days back in the. Do you know Congress actually made a law where you can't fight on TV because of Jerry Springer?
Really?
It was rescinded, but like they were so tired of Jerry Springer that they they made a law against Jerry Springer in the early 90s. That's why all the fights got fake because they had real people scrapping, and then they were like, "No, this is bad." Ah,
Back in the good old days.
I can't stand doctors that doctor with politics. My, excuse me. Or sticking cameras in homeless people's faces when they're. Oh, that is a big deal here in LA. That is a big deal. Like, I worked outreach for a while. Like, do not let me catch you harassing homeless people. I'll say something to you. I will definitely say something to your face. I think it's wrong, and it's not just in LA. They do it in every city across America where people go to the worst side of town, they get a video camera and drive around, or they'll get a hidden camera and walk around, and they show one block, a street, or even a mile. It doesn't reflect the entire city, you know? And you know what? Because of those videos, I was scared to go downtown. And I started going down there and it was nothing like what people said it was in any way, shape, or form. It's not all rainbows and handshakes, but it's
It never was either, though. So like,
but like people are literally scrubbing the streets. Like it's not what was and you know what, if you make 3 lefts and a right, you could probably find that stuff, but it's not in the immediate area where the businesses are and where people there's actual commerce and actual real life things going on, you know.
it's just behind bar or cages. If you go to Walmart or the drugstore.
I think because I live in the suburbs, though, I live in that Shaun of the Dead world because, like I showed earlier, it's weird to me to go to Walmart. I bought a wannabe Venus razor, Waternay, because they only had women's razors out because the pink tax is real, and all the razors were like $10.99, and I'm like, these are disposable. You're crazy because the same men's razors are $4.99.
Yeah. I got a razor from Leaf, and it has replaceable blades. So it's kind of like
Okay.
a safety razor in that the blade is replaceable, but they're the little skinny kind. I like it a lot. Much more economical than the like the Venus and the Gillette and whatnot.
The only reason I didn't buy a reusable is because I hit the button and no one showed up. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, William, don't be a Karen. Don't be a Karen. And I even looked up. You know how it has that thing where it says, we're watching you with the camera? I looked at myself on the camera. I was like, don't be a Karen. Don't be a Karen. So I bought and it was like the house brand Venus. It was the Equate Venus. But my head's shiny. And smooth, and it shaved it with soap, so I'm in love. No, I agree with what Gilia and Kilroy is saying. Like, people who do real deeds are not videotaping themselves.
Yeah. Or the people who like donate to a university for a new building, but then their name has to be on the building. That puts me off.
Well, like, it's different at my job. People get named after buildings, but only after they've gone to the other side.
Well, it's one thing if people liked you so much they choose to name the thing after you. It's another to say, yes, I'll help you with your new wing of the library, but I want it to be called the...
Okay, that's
Smith
different.
Nickerson's.
Like, we do. Okay. At my job, there are certain buildings that are named after people who donated money to have that building built.
Mhm.
There are.
Mhm.
But it's weird. Like, I go to a building that's named after my father. Every day. It's weird. Every day I pass a sign with, and every day I'm like, he would have loved this because he was an egomaniac. He would have loved it.
But it's different if people choose to name something after you. That's a different thing for me than I'm not going to give you this money that you really need for your library or your science lab unless you put my name on the building.
That is true. But isn't that like, I don't know, like it depends if it's one individual. If it's like a family and they just put the name on it, like Smith Hall or Albert Hall, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's different than if it's like actual like Sir Albert Hall. Then you're just pretentious. I use a safety razor on my body and a rechargeable electric on my face. Safety razor is love. Safety razor is life. It literally is so easy. Is that like the big straight edge one?
Yeah, like the old-fashioned looking ones.
No, the safety razor is like a double-sided razor blade that you would put in a
Like-
box cutter tool-ish kind of thing. The one you're thinking of, but that would also work. The straight edge is different.
Yeah, the
Long
straight edge is
flippy.
here. I'll go get the safety razor for you.
Razor is safe. Yes, it comes in the name.
No, it's the old school one that takes the individual blades. Crazy. Not the one that unfolds like a pocket knife.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Turn the handle and drop the blade and close it. Crazy.
It's nice.
I only know the hillbilly way with like a K-bar. I could do that with some patience.
Right? Less wasteful.
Straight
With the sharpening
razors.
tools.
What corn pop carries. Oh, that's awesome. The blades cost maximum 25 cents a piece. Do you know, it drives me insane how expensive razors and all that stuff are, because we know it's thin, cheap metal. We know it's all thin, cheap metal. I owned a dog that was she was half Min Pin, half Chihuahua, and Lulu was crazy. She would choose razors, and she showed me how thin they are. Oh, that dog scared me. And never got hurt. But she'd get him out of the bathroom if we didn't close the glass. I use semi-fancy Russian blades. They're 20 cents a piece. Wow. I'm not, yeah, I'm a consumer, man. I use Gillette, whatever is there. That was supposed to say. Oh, that's funny.
Safety razor. And you unscrew it here, which opens it, and then you have the like stereotypical razor blade that goes in there.
Oh, wow.
And then this is like a replacement for the 3-blade. Like the multi-blade ones that you get at Target and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that one lifts out, and then the blades are replaceable with that. Yeah, the safety razors are much more economical, and they give a nice shave, and you're not afraid to like, okay, am I spending a small fortune, or should I replace the blade? I really should, but then I don't have any more. Mm-hmm. You can sharpen them.
Sorry, I'm eating Cease candy.
Again.
It was a mini box, and I'll probably finish it before the live stream's over. I have my dad's and his shaving muck and brush. That's awesome. I love stuff like that. My grandfather had he had a bar in his house, an actual, like, you would have to walk into it. And he had mugs and steins and glasses, and I have every single one. I prefer my corn pop special. It's a good shave, and it looks cool as F. I'm not cheap enough to try to squeeze more miles out of a 20-cent blade.
Right. That's the advantage to the safety razors. You can change the blades more frequently. You make sure they're nice and sharp. For stropping them. Sorry, I see what you're saying.
No, please. Today, I legitimately thought about growing a beard, and I'm anti-beard. I was like, all these razors are in jail, and then I looked down in my panic and saw that the Venus were there, and I just grabbed a pack. I was like, oh, they look disposable enough. Not realizing that the only blades were there were for women.
Well, the Venus will take the men's blades. So if you like the handle, for example, you get a better grip on the Venus. Then you can put the I think it's the same as the Gillette.
I like the angling. It's the angle of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more slanted than just the regular straight leg razor.
Yeah, you can put the other blades on, which are cheaper now that you have the handle. Oh, but you got disposable. Sorry, never mind.
No, I got disposable, and because I shave my head, I destroy razors. That's why I get disposable, because I'm always shaving my head every other day or every other day. Actually, no, I don't skip leg day or shaving my head because I'm like bald. And it's not even a pretentious thing. It's like I just start showing my age when I get the full fire tuck going right here. Oh my gosh. All right. I will end this at 4 hours. I promise. I will park this vehicle. I promise.
Have I really been here for that long playing with this machine? Oh, shit.
No, this is good. This is good. I had different plans, but this was a great show. Everybody showed up. Skits was here.
The gang was all here.
So it was worth it. It was worth it. This week I'm definitely gonna go Santee Alley crazy. Do you know, because of my post, it really has not been that long of me going downtown, and I have purchased 10 miles of fabric. So
No,
this
I'm gonna
month,
have to come down and do an intervention. You're gonna have to like pawn stuff off at my house.
I'm just gonna start making an incredible amount of clothes and see what happens.
Yes.
You might get a full Santee Alley cape with the pants, shirt, and everything.
Yeah, yes, we're gonna have the 4-piece suit, the cummerbund, the pants, the jacket.
I
the
can do
cape.
it.
That was for yes, did it.
Oh, excuse me. Just with the Santee Alley Fabric, I'm not kidding you. I probably have 60 yards. Just with
Oh,
those
yeah.
2 rolls behind me. It's something insane. It's probably more than that if I really thought about it. It's something insane. I probably won't see you guys again until after the surgery. I
Well, I
wish
swim
you
tomorrow,
well.
so if you're around.
I wish you well, Gilly. I
Yes, but
absolutely wish
please
you well.
recover and heal well. I'm not trying to be a pusher.
We'll be here for you. We'll keep the light on. See, we've gone the full gamut of every commercial that has ever been created. That is a Motel 6. I just literally quoted a Motel 6 ad right now.
Wait, hang on.
Clap on.
Oh, the
No,
clapper.
okay. I was just checking.
See, but that's conditioning. Like you clapped and I just started singing the song. That is real life conditioning right there. I'm telling you, when I finally go crazy, someone's gonna ask me what my name is. I'm gonna say, maybe it's Maybelline. I'm telling you. I don't miss a day more and more Neanderthal. Every day, more hair, new hair. I'm so bald, I had to accept it. I am so bald. I just had to accept. That's why I look at my son with his big, luscious hair. I'm like, enjoy it now.
Right, it might not last, kid, but I remember the good old days.
And I keep the fro picture close so he knows that I had hair. I keep it close. It happens to all of us. Absolutely, Gilly. Take care. Absolutely. I have hardcore lung issues and I don't like taking prednisone, but when I do, I'm like, oh crud, I didn't realize how bad I was, until I get the medicine that makes me feel better. This has been awesome. Well, does anybody have anything they'd like to shill?
I'll be
Nothing for
here
me.
tomorrow.
I'm just hanging on.
Phoenix will be here tomorrow at 3:30 Pacific Coast time. Everybody should come down and check out her show. Be there, be square on Phoenix Electra's Circus. And remember, if you can't find her channel, type in Phoenix Electra's Circus Corset. I'm not kidding you. It'll pop right up.
Sweet. I dropped the links earlier. I'm also on the Rumbles, also at Phoenix Electra Circus. And if you don't see my thumbnail, I will show up depending on what server I'm using, what studio I'm using. But blah, blah, blah. Don't wait till tomorrow to be fabulous today.
Yeah. And I will be back at it on Monday. I'm working on a video right now, but I have to slow down. I'm kind of outpacing myself. I already am almost ready for another video. So I'm going to take a chill pill. I will see you guys on Monday. I want to thank everybody for being here. Anyone who watches this in the future, you guys are absolutely amazing. 6,000.
That's crazy.
Wow, that is crazy. Well, I'm going to go look for a 221. And I will see.
With my collection, but until tomorrow.
I hope everyone has a great evening, weekend. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I'll be back at it on Monday. I hope everyone's doing well. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye.